Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? What's up?
What up?
We're back.
React and draw. You know what I'm saying? The hottest duo on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Since hottest duo since Kid and Play, right? You know what I'm saying? Who get to be Kid, who get to be Play? I guess I'm Play because I'm lighter. Is that how it works?
Yeah,
I know. Go Kid was the lighter one. I'm sorry. I'm messing my whole thing up.
You what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
Kid Christopher Reed.
Yeah.
How can I forget? I seen House Party. I seen House Party 2. I did not see House Party 3.
I never saw House Party 3.
And I don't know why. I think because Martin wasn't in it.
Oh, okay.
And that was like a Martin. I guess if Martin didn't want to be part of it, then
Then
it
you're like,
couldn't have
why should
been
I?
right.
You know what
It's
I'm
like
saying?
plus House Party 2, I wasn't really feeling as a kid. Like it was kind of funny in parts, but it was kind of serious dealing with his college life and all this, and I couldn't
Yeah.
really, like I like the pajama jammy jam concept, but the comedy wasn't hitting as hard as House Party 1.
Nah.
Although I did like Class Act.
Ah, okay.
That's right. The non-House Party Kid and Play film,
Right.
starring Tommy from Martin as the bad guy. You could tell I watched a lot of cable as a child. Okay,
Master Panda says House Party is a classic. The dad was
true,
absolutely hilarious in that movie.
true. Robin Harris, yeah. The thing is, he passed away, and so he couldn't be in House Party 2.
Right.
Which is kind of disappointing.
So what's up, Master Panda? What's up to Power in the house?
What up, Power?
Who stated before we will introduce the topic in a minute, that the artifacts must go back to Wakanda. We will explain all that and why Wakanda. What about Zamunda? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, what about that? What about the mythos and the mythology and the lore of Zamunda?
also the artifacts of the lands of like Agrabah, over in other lands.
I don't know. I think Zamunda is outside my window, like they're playing some kind of like
What's going on? What they got?
goofy music out there. I don't know.
Oh, music.
I don't know. Seems like some dude with a boombox is trying to entertain the neighborhood right now.
Yo, we still got boom boxes.
It's not boombox. I think they just like made a Godzilla-sized boombox and they put it in the back of their car to culturally enrich the neighborhood. Okay, in the summer. Now it looks like they have scurried away. Now that the traffic light has turned green.
Right. So now my man has moved on to enrich other people down the block. I don't.
Hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
Anyway,
Yeah, I hope everyone's
a lot to
doing
talk about
well.
today.
We got it.
Sean picked a topic. Why don't you get into it?
Yes, we picked the topic that I you know what, never mind. I'm gonna leave that for later. But we picked the topic of there were a bunch of game studios. Sorry, excuse me. There were a bunch of game presentations that happened throughout all of last week and this weekend. And one of them that popped up during one of the game shows, I can't remember which game show it was a trailer for this game called Relooted. Excuse me. Which I'm almost sure that everybody's seen. Now, I do not have that magical dislike what do you call that?
Reveal
Yeah, the dislike reveal.
extension.
Yes, I do not have that extension. However, people were looking it up for the past couple of days, and it was pretty bad. The last I saw was something like, I don't want to give out numbers because I don't want to be incorrect on it, but it was definitely past like 2,000 dislikes, and I forgot how much the likes were. Actually, this is the actual Epic Games site, right? So the likes, what's the likes ratio on this? 320 likes for 31K views. Anyway, so just to get started, this game is maybe I shouldn't maybe I shouldn't explain it. Maybe I should just play the trailer or something. Or should we wait till more people get in and I'll explain it
We
now?
could wait a little bit. I just want to
Yeah,
give people a little preview of what we're talking about here.
right.
Relooted, okay. It's a game. It exists. It's out here.
Yeah. It's in
You know.
development.
Uh,
Yeah, it's not out yet. It's in development. I don't know when it's going to release.
but apparently, it's caused a lot of controversy.
Yes.
Due to its subject matter of its main characters performing robberies. But it's
Yes.
also supposed to, I guess, be a cultural, I don't know, big up to Africa or something like this.
Yes, possibly. So,
Possibly. Yeah,
so
so that's what they
there's
tell me on the interweb. So we're here to investigate ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We're reacting
right.
to the news.
So some people are actually there were some individuals that were actually digging this. Not many. I came across them on Twitter. Personally. Um, but basically, the premise of the game is that the artifacts from Africa that were stolen and put into museums, the main characters of this game are set to take them back. Hence, why the game is called Relooted, because they were looted and now they're gonna reloot the loot. Now, I mean, on surface, it don't sound like that bad of a idea. But I'm gonna give my further thoughts on it in a bit. Hold on, we've got a Clarence Price up, Sean and Dan. Just a reminder that was there was a Steam drop for a game of Wu Tang Clan, the game, and she didn't even know who Wu Tang Clan was. What show was that? Was that because there were like 3 game shows? By the way, I just want to state that the Wu Tang Clan game, as I know, I didn't even see the trailer for it actually.
I never heard of it till now.
Okay, so the Wu Tang Clan game is coming out. I don't know if it's an action oriented game or not, but it is in league and being I guess consulted on by everybody's favorite consultation company, Sweet Baby. So
Oh,
but I mean, I'm not surprised about that. It's.
wow. Never would have guessed it. Off the top of my head, I was thinking the Daily Wire or something. No.
Can you imagine? Daily Wire presents Wu Tang Clan. That'd be hilarious. I don't know. Imagine like Ben Shapiro trying to give a promo to
to the Wu Tang.
Oh, good grief. We got Brina in here. What's up? It says everything I learned about gaming controversy is against my will because of YouTube. If you only learn about gaming controversy from us, then I assume that you have a very innocent algorithm, Brina, because you will find out about controversies a whole lot if you had my algorithm.
That's right. You hit on the wrong buttons.
Mhm.
You're hitting on the mental health correct buttons, okay? You're
Yes.
maintaining your mental health.
And to be honest, it could have been worse because me, as a man that, dealing with life as well as Dan, we only pick the topics that are funny. I assure you, there's much more controversies out there. I just haven't reported on them because I was like, eh. Yeah, I was hoping for a resurfacing of Def Jam Fight for New York. I don't even know if they can make that game anymore. That was a cool game, by the way.
Well, there were a lot of rappers in the game in one game.
Yes.
So maybe they don't want to be in one game. Like they all want to be in their own game if they made one.
True. Like 50 Cent ain't, 50 ain't gonna be coupled together. Also, on topic with 50 and what he's following with Sir Diddy and the actions of a lot of rappers, which their dress style. I don't know if we can recreate a Def Jam Fight for New York and make it cool anymore. Like I think we're cooked. Like the hip hop industry might be cooked. I don't know. Like
They'll see battle ready.
who gonna be in the game, bro? Young Thug. Like who gonna be in the game? Okay. Who these new guys?
Nope.
You know Miles or whatever. We would legit have to bring back all the old heads, even though one of the old heads is on trial right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, man's about to get like I don't know 18 consecutive life terms.
Yeah, special attacks, you know what I'm saying? He throwing the
Oil.
baby oil attack, right? He throwing
Facts.
the bottle of Johnson and Johnson in your face, like boom.
Is that a character from Street Fighter 5? The one that oils himself up. I think his name is. I think his name is Hakan. I can't remember.
What happened to that dude he was hanging out with? Remember Diddy? He had an assistant, that guy Farnsworth. Where is Farnsworth?
Wait, hold on. Facts. Hold on. Where's the Farnsworth testimony? We need Farnsworth on the stand to figure this out. I should. I'll look up like at the end of the stream, like what happened to Farnsworth. I don't even know. Is there any new information on the Diddy case? I don't know. Same old.
Yeah, I don't know. He's cooked. I mean,
Yeah, it's over. But if they bring Farnsworth in, I think we'll like could tie everything in a neat little bow and just wrap them
and
all.
Dylon.
Yeah, Dylon, and Dylon. You know what I'm saying? Get all of it.
And Dream, whatever group he was having, and make the band with the girl group.
Right. Said I support 50's Odyssey to block Diddy's pardon. Oh, did you hear about this?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
talking to Trump to not pardon Diddy.
Right, and then he posted up a video of like him talking crap like about. I think. Hold on, I'm gonna put this up on screen real quick. It was like 50 Cent was Trump pretending he was like scared of Diddy. Where is it?
I mean, back in the day, it was like all these gangster rappers, and when they came out, like people were scared of them. They were like, "Oh, these guys are rapping about killing, and they do the real crimes
right
outside." And now, like Snoop Dogg is doing like cooking show segments with Martha Stewart, and Martha Stewart's in jail too, so she's a gangster too. I mean, like she's probably more gangster than him.
Right. Here you go. Is this said, my goodness, itty bitty Diddy wants me dead. I have to lay low. I think I'm gonna hide out at the playoff game tonight. LOL. I love how he posted an AI of himself. Yo, 50 is a clown, bro. I can't deal with him. Let me turn that off for a second. Yeah.
Yeah, 50 Cent, he was like, he's a gangster. He was like, he was shot like 9 times or whatever.
Right.
He had that movie about him, and now it's like, he's just a mobile guy. He's
just chilling.
And he's on the talk shows. He's investing in things and movies, and he got his own little television show empire too.
Yeah, he does.
Little Power TV shows and spinoffs.
I've never watched one episode.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know.
I don't even know if it's good or not.
Yeah, I didn't watch Power, so why would I watch the Power spinoffs? Like maybe if he diversified his genre slate or something. I don't know. Like,
I'll tell you this: I'd rather watch Power before I watch like a Tyler Perry movie. I'll tell you that.
Right yeah. Of course.
I'll tell you that right now. Oh, apparently, also on. I guess this episode today is like a Black News, just extravaganza.
Apparently,
there was who was it? Somebody like was going off. Some woman was going off on Tyler Perry talking about like, yo, you just ride all your movies off of Black woman trauma. And I'm like, well, and then like people were defending Tyler Perry. And then Tyler Perry came out apparently and said like, "Oh, well, I'm just writing what I seen from my mother and my aunts or something, giving tribute." So I'm like, okay. show the trauma over and over again. I guess. I don't know.
Hey, he's successful. They keep watching it. You know, he can't stop doing it. They can't stop watching it. You know, I don't really get it. Like, where's like in I guess what they call this, like the black cinema movement or something. Like, is any one of these movies or TV shows that have to do with karate and like
No, absolutely
none of
not.
this?
In fact, I'm gonna get into that in midway through the going through Relooted. But yes, I don't understand.
The only action movie they made was Viola Davis at the G20 trying to do jump kicks or
Man,
something.
come on.
Man, please.
Where's Action Jackson? Where's Blade? Where's Passenger 57?
Yeah, we're
Oh well, that don't show the culture. I don't care. How about that one? I don't care.
the culture of, like diffusing bombs and delivering roundhouses to like bad guys in an airplane. What happened to that? Said it's about like I don't know people in these relationships and they cheating and all this soap opera drama and
Lord.
or these like hood dramas
Yes.
where like some little I don't know hood genius is he could have went to computer school, but now he's caught up in the life of crime. So now he's like an educated nerd brother who has to be like the king of the neighborhood shows, like in like a irresponsible version of The Wire or something like that, like where The Wire was like a socio-political like examination of how crime and law enforcement has its flaws or something. This is more like it's trying to look like that show, but then be more exploitative in its approach in like a Scarfacey type of way. And I'm like, whatever, man. If Breaking Bad could do it, then whatever. I don't, the Hood could do it too. But I'm just saying, like, where is the Taekwondo? Where is the martial arts? Where's a dude trying to fight whatever, some secret society of ninjas or something? Where's that?
I guess the closest we had, which I didn't watch, was Sinners. Right? Yeah. As of recent.
And I saw that.
Oh, you did? How was it?
Yeah. It was it was okay. There were parts of it that were, it looks like a movie, which is rare.
Right. By the way, I'm fully aware that it's not an action movie.
Right. It's not an action movie. It's not even really a horror movie until like near the end when the vampires show up.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It was very serious. It was trying to be a serious film. It was a serious. I don't know. I think could have used more thrills, chills, things like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Seemed to make people happy. I mean, I should go back to Tubi. To go back to Tubi and watch. And
when they go get the theatrical release of a man who cheating on his girl to keep the rent out. I don't know if y'all
the Tubi originals.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so funny because whenever I say I watch something on Tubi, it's like I'm watching like these weird cult Japanese action movies. I'm watching like some whatever Italian horror movie from like the 80s. I'm watching like serious cult level stuff. But then when I mention the word Tubi, the first thing people think of is I'm watching some.
Oh, hold on, your audio went out. Not sure why. Give us a second, folks. Is that my end? Hang on. They trying to stop us, yo. Give me a second. Let's see what's going on here. No. That don't seem... Y'all can still hear me, right? I'm just double checking. No, everything is correct.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, that's crazy. Microphone now. I gotta check my thing.
Okay. Yeah, you could. Yeah, I can hear you. It sounds a little.
I'll fix it.
All right, cool. But yes, those to be originals. You know what I'm saying? Said, what about Meteor Man? Save us, Meteor Man. You know, I've never seen Meteor Man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
How's it sound now?
It sounds okay. It's just it sounds like a little
What's going on?
but it's still
Like,
doable to be honest. Like,
hmm, crazy.
it sounds good to the chat. Is everything sound okay right now? Just let us
How
know.
do I sound? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
No, I can hear you. It's good.
It's over.
They tried to stop us, bro. It was the stereotype entertainment uh industrial complex one. It's trying to
Trying to put me back into the Tyler Perry Industrial Complex.
right.
I won't watch. I won't watch. They can't make me.
Said, but
They can't make me.
see these. I feel like Diddy still has influence. Stephanie So is reporting that she and her team are being allowed to what are being followed. Excuse me, and getting asked what hotels they stay in. So I will say this. Apparently, the judge on the case apparently uh, he had to talk to Diddy because he had to tell Diddy like, "Hey, can you stop staring at the jury menacingly and making like nods to them and stuff like that?" And I'm like, "Oh man, Diddy thought he was going to influence influence people through threatening looks or something." And get the stare down from Diddy. I don't know. Might be a little scary. Neo J's here. What's up? It's like we finally talking about well video game. Yes, we are. We're gonna play the trailer though. This was just by the way, it was just me drawing Storm. But let's divert from that for a second.
Yeah. So when people think I'm talking about Tubi, they think I'm talking about like these goofy movies.
Yeah.
I don't watch those. I don't watch those. They are funny though on the clips.
One day I'm gonna watch that movie with the one that we keep talking about, which is the dude that was cheating on his girl, which is also the same movie that people were trying to do the fake wanted. Um, yeah, I'm gonna catch that movie for sure soon. Hold on.
By the way, guys, if you're in the chat, if you like the video, please put a like on the video. It'll help us in the algo. Help
Yes, for
people
sure.
learn about this strange game that Sean's about to come out.
Yes,
What's
this
that say? Ballerina fight like a girl music video.
that's not what's supposed to be up, but hold on. Oh, because I'm on the wrong tab. This is the correct tab. I said, they said, yeah, Diddy keeps interacting with the jury, nodding when his
Oh,
attorneys
shit.
say good things about him, etc. Yeah, see, he
Hold
trying to
on. I'm,
he trying to influence, trying to get in their mind. You know what I'm saying?
hold on. My mic is weird. Hold on. Let me see something.
All right, yeah, actually, I'll keep going. You can mess with that for a second. It says Thorne finally getting the respect she deserves. Yeah, hopeful to do respect. I was wondering whether I should draw the Marvel Rivals version or the Tokon version. I went with the Tokon version, even though I like Marvel Rivals has like she has like what like a good 4 to 5 iterations from the skins. By the way, I cannot use Storm in Marvel Rivals. I ain't gonna lie. Like her damage output is like I've seen people be amazing with her, but I can't do it. I just finally reached gold 3 in ranked because I haven't been playing that frequently. So which is basically me usually maining Invisible Woman and Cloak and Dagger. Yeah. Oh,
How's that sound?
yeah,
You hear me?
perfect. You're perfect.
All right. Unplugged it and plugged it back in.
Oh, well that usually works. All right, so we gonna check this out, y'all. Y'all may have seen it before, But guess what? It's too bad you're gonna watch it again. So this is Relooted announcement trailer by Epic Games. All right.
Treaties were signed, promises made and broken. Is it stealing to take back what was stolen?
Stolen? Who's stealing them?
Us?
Hold on. Before we go on, sorry. I just want to go and look, because the first thing as an artist that I look at, I said, okay, what is the vibe of the game? What's going on, right? And I got hit with the, the deep African voice, which is fine. You know what I'm saying? And he is stating that, is it stealing to take back what was already stolen from you, right? But that's not my problem. Now I'm looking at this character design right now. What did they design here? Now this is allegedly supposed to be like kind of have like an Afrofuturist vibe. Is that the term I'm looking for? Afrofuturist, yes.
That's what they call it.
Yes, which is, sci-fi take on, the African take on sci-fi. I don't like any of this.
You're not feeling you're not feeling this?
No.
You're not digging their fit?
I'm not digging the fit.
Damn.
I don't know what we got going on. We got this dude right here. We got my man's over here. I guess you guys can't see what I'm doing on screen. Anyway, we got the dude sitting on top of the the wreckage over there. I'm not sure what's going on. He got like he has the most reserved color scheme. Now, I guess, wild color schemes or colorful color schemes are an African theme. I'm not too educated on that. I just know I don't like the designs particularly. That's the main character right there standing on the left, and I guess her whole crew. They got grandma here. I don't know what grandma's wearing. The pink and the green is killing me. She got like a bodysuit and this person here on the right. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, who just reminded me of Grace Jones or something like. I don't know what's going on. She got a flat. I'm assuming that's a she. Got a flat top and got arms as big as Stone Cold. Yeah, I don't. It's just that if I'm trying to pick up a game, none of these characters are making me want to play this game in particular.
I mean, fair point. Like, I've never been to Africa, so maybe this is what's going on in the streets nowadays.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know. There's a dude in the back with I don't know what to call that, like some pink, I don't know, Illuminati robe on or something.
Right.
Looking like Tommy Strong from Martin. I can't figure it out, but
yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. What they said here is given. Now it's given Concord Forever. It made me think of Concord.
Yeah,
especially especially the character to the right. I didn't. Maybe the Concord is an aesthetic or something. Like they keep doing it, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just trying to figure out this is like, is this what they're doing in South Africa? This is the vibe.
I don't know.
Like when you go to South African clubs, this is what they wear, or this is what they will wear in the future.
Oh,
maybe that's the thing. But let's go on and see.
Them.
Us?
It's time to get out of there.
let me introduce a friend of mine. Smart, agile, and will let you look into places with the tightest security.
So I will say, well, I mean, I'm gonna go through the trailer. It's a two-dimensional, well, not 2D. It's got 3D graphics in a side-scrolling way. The gameplay actually doesn't look bad, so I can't say anything about that. Like,
I mean, it's well rendered, I guess.
What happened? Sorry.
Well rendered, I guess, for a.
Yeah. I don't know how much
on this part.
Right. I don't know how much.
It's not like
budget
Dustborn
is.
or something.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a peek. Keep going.
could probably bench press every one of them.
The locksmith strikes again.
So I had to watch this trailer like one more time, and I figured out that the character that said I could probably bench press every one of you is the buff lady that was to the right of the character lineup.
Oh, okay, because I was confused because the voiceover was placed over this woman running here.
No, so you gotta see. This is where you gotta
But I assumed from the bench press part that it was
see
probably
right here.
the lady you were talking about.
Right here, she's running. Right, the main character is running. Miss Buster McBuff, the African Abbey, is right here. So I think that's where that came in. I think it coincides with. Let's see.
Probably bench press every one of them.
Yeah.
The locksmith strikes again. Hold on.
Listen, are you having second thoughts?
Nope. Just hoping you won't get me killed.
Yeah.
I know what you and your little crew are doing.
Nobody threatens my family or my friends and gets away with it. So we are going to do whatever it takes to take back Africa's belongings. And we're going to do it together.
Now, hold on. The guy who was on like the call, I guess he's one of the villains or something.
Sure.
Who's a fellow African, I guess. I don't know. Have to play the game to find out. Except I'm not going to play the game because I'm sure that I'll be playing something else by the time this game comes out. I don't even. When is this game coming out? I guess I'll find out in the next couple of seconds. Wish listed now. When are you dropping, bro? I don't know. I don't know.
And as you can see from these preview thumbnails here, it seems that a lot of people are confused. They're outraged.
They really did this. What the F is this?
They don't understand this.
Snarky J likes sinners. We just found out.
A thumbs up.
Right.
Well,
So-
it's a critically acclaimed film. After that, I went back to Tubi and watched "Love and a Bullet" starring Tretch from from Naughty by Nature. Kind of a goofy film, but kind of interesting. There's some fun parts. Some fun parts too.
Now, okay, let's just deal with the elephant in the room, okay?
Alrighty.
Now, before we find out anything about the game, the team, or whatever, this is a game about African characters stealing. Now, of
Yes.
course, the argument is that, but they're stealing back their own stuff that was stolen from them.
There you go.
See where I'm going with this? Now, now some people are saying this feels like a stereotype, and I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I saw it, I felt like, yeah, this feels like a stereotype. But I had to dig into why it felt like a stereotype, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Allow me to cook for 1 second.
All right.
Let's
chef
go
it
all
up.
the way back to 2024. Let's start with our favorite game, the one that I was allegedly claimed to be a developer on, Concord, which I was not a developer, but we already know that. We had characters like Amari, stereotypical, loud, big black woman, bad stereotype, right?
100%.
Yeah. Screaming Jabam, which is, made up, I don't know what that is, futuristic made up slang. Then, so we got hit with that. And then we got hit with, there was another game that I keep forgetting about. And it was starring a black woman.
Fair games or something.
No,
Fair,
no, no.
fair
But I'm gonna
something?
talk about that. It was not okay. So let's start with fair games. Then you had fair games, and what is it about? It's about eat the rich or steal from the rich, right? And it was starring a black woman.
Right.
And then you had the trailer for Ironheart, and the first thing they talk about is stealing.
Yes.
And now we have this. So I'm like, all right, listen,
Don't forget Robin Hood,
Robin Hood.
the Canadian show that was YouTube Gold and probably put heels versus baby faces, future kids through college, and his grandkids and so on, off of the cringe of the show or something.
Right.
But the show was about, like, I guess she was like Robin Hood, stealing from the rich, and
Right.
but it was like another black woman stealing from like some corporate guy or something, right? So is a trend going on?
That's what I want. Now, even if there is not an intentional trend, those things strung together those things strung together in such
Yes.
a close proximity does not make people feel good. And I immediately made that connection upon seeing this trailer. And I'm just like, are we doing this again? Like, are we doing this again? Now, people would also say, we have games about stealing. Grand Theft
Right.
Auto, and games like that. Except, hear me out. Games like Grand Theft Auto, or maybe even, I didn't play a lot of it, Kane and Lynch or stuff like that. Those protagonists, I'm not really supposed to like them that much. You know what I mean? Like, they're not like, especially in GTA, like they're not exactly like model citizens. They're not good people. So it's kind of like I'm just playing some exploitative entertainment. This game is trying to make me see these characters as virtuous. So I would say they're in two different tiers. Now, and if I make a full video of this, and also I'm gonna link it in this video here. A lot of people have been talking about this, right? Now, I've been running around busy. People have made videos like this, like Jada Concept and Kaida, I think, and also Endymion. However, Endymion's video is the most in-depth one I saw because I'm just gonna go through this very vaguely, and if you need to educate yourself, you can go watch his video and then like run the fact check on that.
Okay, well that's good because you need to educate me because I'm at home watching junk like Loving a Bullet starring Tresh from Naughty by Nature,
Right.
an action film from 2003 that went straight to video. So
Right. Well, hey man, somebody gotta watch it. No,
somebody gotta watch it.
you got me
Somebody
wanting to
support
watch it. I might go check this out.
it. Yeah, we're Naughty by Nature, not because I hate you. Okay. OPP. They got the people from Relooted stealing other people's property.
Right.
Okay.
So Endymion went, and this man did homework. Okay, he basically figured out what's actually the truth, which is African artifacts did get stolen. I just want to say before I go on that the artifacts that you're stealing back in these games are apparently modeled after actual stolen artifacts. They're going for some kind of authenticity, except the artifacts that have been stolen from various countries are apparently under law that have either been given back already or are in the process of being given back. They realized the wrongs of the past and they sent it all back. Now that calls into question. So basically, to make this game, we have to pretend that the artifacts are not being given back. Now, there's also some other there's some other things going on where like some of the items that have been given back have either been destroyed in the looting of from the other countries or are now currently being destroyed by criminals that are already by African criminals. So this is a multi-layered thing where you know the blame falls in a lot of parts. And like I said, you could watch his video to catch the full scoop. He's going to go into more detail than my vague explanation here. But if that is the case, and they're trying to say they're basing this authenticity, then they would literally have to miss some facts to make this game that is allegedly set in the future. And if this game is set in the future, these artifacts would have, or at least some of them, would have already been given back already. So, you know, that's your weird little tidbit.
So you're saying in the future they're still stealing, like they just can't stop,
Yeah, I don't know, because it's like,
or they're stealing it from a long time ago. Like,
no, so I guess it's like in the
they're stealing
game,
items that were done a long
allegedly, in the game, we would have to pretend that some of these artifacts were not already given back.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
So that is, and this is not to say that obviously the stealing of these artifacts in the first place was wrong. But then it's like, okay, if they're giving them back, then I'm like, if the people who stole these items are no longer alive and the governments are giving them back, there, Endymion did mention something about some artifacts for Nigeria specifically, where a lot of people said like, hey, you said these artifacts weren't given back. Were given back. Why don't we see them? And apparently, I guess the person in charge there was like, oh, I just didn't have the infrastructure to have them showcased, but now I do here, you know, we will show the artifacts shortly. I believe either they showed them already or not, but apparently he already has them in possession. So yeah, that is one of the things. But I think the main controversy of the game is just the optics of Africans stealing.
Okay. Now let me try to, you know, be that guy. You know what I'm saying? The devil's advocate, the little dude put the monkey wrench in there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
How come they can't show African stealing when they have movies like Ocean's 11 where guys like Brad Pitt and George Clooney are a bunch of white dudes and they steal from people and it's a rip roaring good time at the movies, like, you know what I'm saying?
And I thought about this because I'm like, they could have those movies and those situations,
and they're stealing for money because they're trying to get paid. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And maybe the casino guy is a big criminal jerk guy or something like that, but they certainly aren't stealing for cultural enrichment, unlike the stalwart heroes of Relooted.
right?
There you go. That's my Lex Friedman Steel Man argument.
Right. No, but that's a legitimate question.
Only the most legitimate questions are asked on React and Drone.
Right, that's right. We
'Cause
try to
this
give
is a
nuanced
high-level-
takes, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh, this galaxy brain takes. You know what I'm saying? Can you it's like a whatever, like a IQ bar. You must, like amusement parks, you can only go through if the IQ is this high. Only big brain, you know, nibbers apply.
Right. So my answer, which I guess is other people's response, my response to that, which is true, it's a fair question. And I always say that if you're making entertainment with quote unquote diverse characters, black, Hispanic, Asian, you know, you should be able to explore all the genres. Let's go back to the Tyler Perry thing, where the woman is tired of, like, oh, it's always about trauma. So I think people are tired of being stuck in, they feel like black entertainment has not been explored enough, especially as of late, in positive lights to allow for other subsections like, hey, Africans stealing back their loot. There's too much stereotyping going on. Now, you know, Dan and I grew up in the 80s and 90s. We've seen black characters in a variety of situations that wasn't necessarily always indicative of a black stereotype. And when it was at least entertaining. Like, you know, I didn't have characters looking like Concord. So I believe people are just tired of, especially as of late. I mean, as of this week, which we are making this video, and this is not obviously not uh zeroed in completely on black people, but there is looting going on in LA again for like I don't know. I figured like every every like I don't know 7 years or so. Like I don't know. There's a new LA like maybe every 10 years, every 7 years, whatever. Um, so I think somebody said it in the chat. The short answer is stereotype. People are tired of being stuck in a stereotype. So it's like we could do a storyline like this.
Right.
We could have it be accepted, but with the ridiculous rise of racial tension, which I feel is so manufactured, by the way, through a bunch of political sides, now it just feels ill-timed to be doing a storyline like this. So that's why people are looking at it. And I found this out specifically because first of all, I saw this game and as an artist, I'm like, I ain't playing this. Like, I have no interest in this. This is ridiculous. Like, I don't want to see it at all, personally, right? So Epic Games posted it. I went and I tweeted. It was like, oh, so you mean skip this game and buy this instead? And I put Prototype 2. That tweet got a bunch of likes, but it did get a bunch of retweets from like, yo, why not play both? This, that, and the third. Or somebody even said, it's like, oh, well, Prototype is just edgy and it's not indicative of like, being black. And I'm like, yeah, but that was my point, actually. That was my specific point. And I know we've had this conversation here on the show before where it's like, why don't we just have black characters doing something that anybody can do like we used to have before? And it's not to say that you can't get into topics that are specific to that community. However, with the rise of certain activists, they seem to want to lock us in a corner.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I guess some people call it virtue signaling, is very annoying. So it's like, when you see projects like this come out, like, yo, do you really care? And which was funny because I got curious because I was like, yo, who made this game? And it's a South African studio. So I'm like, I guess they have the rights to make the game. And then I was like, if we're going to go racial here, what do they look like? And I guess you guys can see from the thumbnail what they do look like. And I'll bring up the website in a moment. But yeah, so you were going to say something?
Well, no.
No.
I mean, well, yes, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not going to say anything on a talk show. It's like not. No, I mean, yes. I guess they feel that black characters, maybe the people making the games now and making the movies now, it seems like they don't see black people in the same light as they did back in the past. And in the past, they saw them as, more, I don't know, multifaceted or they had like different roles. Like they could be a criminal, but they could also be a cop too.
Yes.
But to make someone a cop or an authority figure of justice or something like, law and order and things like that is like you playing the colonialist game or something. The game of the slave master or something.
Right.
So like Chris Tucker back in the day, he could play, the street talking hustler in Money Talks.
Yes.
And then a few years later, he could be the cop in Rush Hour.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but it seems like they don't want that. They don't want either, really. They want it. They want him to be like this. They want people to be the Robin Hood.
Yes.
Not Robin Hood of Robin of Loxley. They wanted to be like Robin Hood, the Canadian show, Mr. X. Like Director X. They wanted to steal. I guess steal from the
rich and give to the poor.
Yes. It's
very stuck in one particular party's ideology.
Steal from the other man and to give to the brother man? Like, is that what's going on? That's as heroic as it gets? I don't know. Like,
yeah.
The leader is I don't know. That seems to be the trend.
It seems to be. Hold on, where is my capture? Oh no, sorry, that is the wrong one.
And there were some TV shows like they're trying to reboot, like that guy Alex Cross or something. I saw the dude from Leverage is in it. Aldous Hodge. I didn't watch it,
Right.
but it looked like he was playing the role that Morgan Freeman used to play in those movies with Ashley Judd.
Mm.
There was no Ashley Judd character from the trailer that I saw from that, but that was like the one black cop on TV I saw, I guess.
Right.
Whatever. Anyway, this is the team right here.
This is the team. Now, I wanted to look this up for my curiosity, because just why not to be angered, just because it's funny. So this is the hold on.
All perspectives are welcome. You know, like we're trying to figure this out. You
Yeah.
know, we're not trying to be a one-dimensional show. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Rashawn's trying to get, I don't know.
I mean, I could I could come in here and rage about this, but like,
You should try it. It's okay.
once again, another black character on the stealing. I can't believe it. The reason I can't rage is because I can't expect. Like, listen, how many years we've been seeing like cringe entertainment.
It's all they could do. Look, this is what they do at default. It's like it's kind of innocent at some point. Like when you showed me the trailer, right? And I saw it and it was kind of innocent. Like I felt like I was looking at it and I was like, yeah, this is something that will be made in 2025. I could see that. I could see this is all they know. Like this is what they do. I could see like the characters looking like they got the color scheme of a Fisher Price toy from 1987. I already know what they do. Like that's the fit they're gonna wear, bro.
No, but it's true. It's like I could say like I can't believe they did this, but I'm like, yo, fam, they can't do anything else. This is their skill. Their skill set is cringe. Like I can't. Like, imagine me walking up into the studios and be like, yo, why did you do this? Can you do something else? They're gonna be like, what are you talking about? This is
I'm not even mad at it. I'm just like, oh look, this is what they do. It's not gonna make any money. It's kind of interesting,
right?
And I move on with my life. Of course, the lead character's hairdo gonna look like, I don't know, like some Muppet's nose on top of their head, or some oblong, some weird shape that it's a rhombus or some shit that nobody knows about. Like, of course it's gonna happen. Like, of course it's gonna be about stealing from, I don't know, colonialists from the 18th century or something like that. Like, it would be shocking if it wasn't.
Yeah, no, I'd be like, wait, you mean the real game? I mean, I guess the closest we were gonna get to that is the Black Panther game that's not coming out.
And even this photo that you're showing me makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, because look, it's like people on YouTube are like, oh my god, look, there's white people making the game and they're probably running the studio and they're telling the black people what to do. Like it's the opposite of what the game is about, or whatever it is. Yeah, that's what they're fronting. And I'm like, no, because like even though they look different, they have the same mind.
Yes,
set.
Everybody here,
politics. They're all on board.
Yeah. Everybody here is Borg mind. Like they
got the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like on the other side, like everyone's is a different race and they can all hang out with each other and talk about Trump or something.
Yeah. Well,
it's
I mean,
just
I guess
about
not
ideology, but maybe these people wouldn't admit it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They're not ready to admit it, but it's just about ideology. It's not even about like race, but then the game is about race, which is, I guess, the sticky point that no one really understands.
Right.
It's weird. It continues to be weird. And I guess we added to the list of weirdness, right? He added to the list of but can't there be a game that's dope? Like, can't there be like a game where, like, I don't know, like a black woman is doing martial arts and the martial arts is ill, like a Capcom game or something, with a dope fit, not looking like some cursed, I don't know, cooked, chopped Afrofuturist version of the Jetsons or something? Can we like get an outfit that looks on some on one of like looking like a game that the Koreans would develop or something? Can we outsource the black entertainment visualizations to the Koreans?
I was about to say, like, listen, if you want a black character, go call an Asian country because you not.
We might have to have we're gonna have the Koreans write it too. Can we find the Korean with the with like you know what I'm saying, like a perm or something? Like, I don't know his black credentials. He watched all the episodes of Good Times and 227. Yeah, he knows about. He got the 227 lore on lock. You know, he got the Sherman Hemsley estate on speed dial. I don't know what black credentials they need.
Oh man, listen,
to develop the game or something, so we can get something that's stylishly, aesthetically dope that like could be a mega seller and be like, wow.
I mean,
black people are cool. Remember the 90s? I was watching a live stream and the guy was playing an old MTV award ceremony from 1997.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt like, like hip hop was killing it. It's still killing it now, I guess, but it seemed like even like everybody wanted to be a lot of weird Diddy references too, by the way. It's kind of weird. But aside from all that,
mm-hmm.
I don't know. It seemed like there was like, New York Undercover was on TV. People wanted to. It was cool. Black culture was like cool. Now it's like some weird. Cool. It's like I don't know. I'm trying to imagine the vibe of this game. It's like Carmen Sandiego. I guess Carmen Sandiego was stealing too. I guess she was.
Yeah.
So I guess the Hispanic representation was kind of weird on that one, but she was a real thief too. I don't think she was stealing for like.
Oh, she was just stealing the steal.
Reclaimed items.
She was a kleptomaniac.
I think so.
Laura Croft was stealing too. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man! But anyway, I was derailing Sean's.
I mean, I don't
astute analysis.
I don't have much to say.
But some people liked it, like you said. They were in the chat. They were like, "Yo, I love the."
Listen, when I say some people, I mean like 10. You know what I'm saying? Like
I like them characters looking like a lava lamp. That's the vibe. That's the fit. Like that's the Afrofuturism. As they rock it every day. I mean, I seen photos of South Africa. I don't know if anyone's rocking that outfit, but maybe they.
I don't know.
There's parts of South Africa I did not see on YouTube.
I'm about to go on my iPad and look up. I don't know, South
African fashion, and you will see
African fashion. Maybe I'm just uncultured, yo. Hold on. I mean, hold on. Let's see.
Let's get modern South Africa.
Some of it's colorful, but I don't know. Some of this is better fits than. Let's see here.
I'm sorry. I was thinking about African American culture back then. This is African.
Yeah, this is African culture.
Then. So I'm like,
but it is Afrofuturism. I just don't think. I just don't think like the actual design elements are cool. Personally,
right. Only because like the other things you mentioned, the other games were like, I guess, African American. Like the Robin Hood TV show, Fair Games.
Right.
Concord or
right.
Whatever.
Like this is right here. This is and we'll get to y'all comments. We see y'all. Where is my iPad? There we go. This is South African fashion. I ain't gonna lie though, these dudes have better outfits than what was in the game.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Hey, I don't know.
Yeah, well, let me look at this outfit.
Trying to educate ourselves.
Yeah, maybe I'm far off.
Y'all can let me know in the chat.
Is what they're wearing that South African fashion right there?
South African fashion here, fashion creators. I still like it better than the game though. Just saying, but is the color schemes are more cohesive.
Yeah. This is looking more stylish.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe we should deal with the afros and leave the future out of it for now until.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was
But that's just a personal opinion. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Maybe people like this.
This is our own artistic. Why did that reset itself? Well, anyway, now it's closer. Yeah, as y'all can see, dude in the middle, right between the T and the O, he is the CEO of this company.
Okay.
Yeah, you do with that information what you will. I think his name is Ben Myers. Ben Myers, he's the CEO. The company's name is I'm gonna be bad at pronouncing this. Naya Makap. I'm pretty sure I butchered that. Sorry. And this is his entire team here of a bunch of inclusive individuals.
Hey, they were giving a bunch of brothers a shot. South African brothers to make this masterpiece.
Right.
They're putting them on.
Yeah, I guess so. You know what I mean?
What can I say? It's just it ain't my vibe. Let's just put it that way. Like the game. I saw the trailer. It wasn't hype. Like they said, it was non-violent game too. Is that what it was about?
Sorry, somebody just. It looked like the villain from Ghostbusters. Not Vigo.
Damn, bro.
Oh, man, so he looked like Vigo.
But that's rough. That dude look rough. I would say he don't look like that guy. That guy Vigo look rough, but
I mean, which Vigo? Not Vigo in the painting. Vigo when he came out of the painting. Now I gotta go look up Vigo.
By the way, the guy who played the judge in Ghostbusters 2 passed away, Harris Yulin.
Oh, that is true. Yes.
R.I.P. to a legend right there.
Rest in peace, man.
There's another stuff too, of course, but we know him from Ghostbusters 2.
Right.
So R.I.P. to a real one. That's Vigo right here.
This Vigo. Where's my thing?
I don't think so. Well, he had the Vigo had red hair. I don't.
No, let me stop.
Ghostbusters 2 is underrated. Like
I like Ghostbusters 2, man.
It had parts that were like irritating. Like I do not support the Louis Tully and Janine Melnick's romance. I do not endorse that.
Right.
I only endorse Egon and Janine. Okay.
Right.
To this day, even if I remove the animated series, the chemistry in part 1, I put over. Rick Moranis and Janine Melnick.
I agree.
Whatever. I don't endorse that. But other than that, pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Pretty good. Funny.
Yeah.
Memorable.
I watched it mad times, so
The dope soundtrack, it had Bobby Brown.
Oh, facts. That soundtrack was insane. Yes.
It had Doug E. Fresh. Bro, Ghostbusters 2 soundtrack was lit.
It's a throwback. If we didn't have to worry about copyright, I'd play some right now, but I can't do that.
Word.
Gonna get the super claims.
I think if it had Glenn Frey on it doing doing Flip City, bro.
It's funny. So I just saw, like I said, I'm gonna go back and read the comments. Somebody just said I could just have like a black character like doing something like DMC. Or it's imagine we got a DMC style game for Blade. Listen, somebody reminded me that a Blade game is coming out, and a couple of days ago they reported back on Blade. There's no new trailer. It's the same old trailer where he was getting a haircut and then he comes out or whatever, right? They stated that the game is going to be third person. Now, automatically, I hear third person. Now I'm looking at you funny because I'm like, listen, I forgot who's making Blade, and I'm like, listen. My brothers, look, Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming out. You should copy that, but with Blade. Can you imagine like a Blade game that plays like DMC or Ninja Gaiden? But I feel like they're gonna invent their own new system. Blade's gonna have a cover system. No. I want full-on battle, vampires, different types of vampires swarming him, and he just has a combo system that can take care of hyper-aggressive enemies. Character action game. I feel like they're not gonna do that, but hopefully they prove me wrong.
You know what's crazy? It's like, what's the name of this development studio over here?
Naya Makap.
They're not a cop.
No, I don't know how it's supposed to be.
As you said, I am not a cop. That's the name of the studio.
Naya Makap. Naya Makap.
Okay.
NYAMAKOP.
That's a word. Okay, so anyway, why can't a game studio just make a game? They don't have the license to Blade, but they can make like a vampire themed game starring black people hunting vampires or fighting, and what's going on with that?
Like, is it? Hold on.
Like you talked about the game Prototype, right? Where the dude had like powers and stuff, and he was like some kind of mutant.
Yeah.
And the mutation gave him superpowers.
Yes.
It doesn't have a game like that, but Prototype 2, where.
By the way, going back to Prototype 2, because somebody in the
you can play the gameplay from that and show people what you're talking about, but it's like
actually I have Prototype 2 on my PS4. But yeah, let's go back to let's see if we find some Prototype. I remember somebody, I believe one of my followers actually said, like, I think there might have been some controversy when Prototype 2 came out, because the first protagonist was Alex Mercer, and then the second one was James Heller, and it was like, a black character replacing a white character. I don't remember if there was too much controversy. I know somebody probably mentioned it, but I'm gonna say something about Prototype. Prototype 1 was a really freaking cool game. It was not perfect. It was not like Infamous. Like you fought like the same boss like 3 times in the beginning, the middle, and the end of the game, which was kind of lame, but it was freaking awesome. I will say this: when they got James to replace Alex, I literally didn't care. And the reason I didn't care is because Alex had no personality. Like, I did not connect with that man at all. I just wanted to do cool stuff. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Prototype. I really love you as a game, but like the story was but I didn't really care. Like, I was not emotionally connected to Alex. So when he got replaced, I was like, okay, cool. At least this guy has more stakes in the story. I mean, Alex had stakes too. Like, he had a sister he had to protect, but like, I don't know. I was like, whatever, man. Like, hold on. Let's find some Prototype. Hold on. Let me get this off the screen for a second. In between that, I guess we could read some of the comments.
All right, go for it.
Hold on. Let's see.
Prototype.
It's Prototype 3.
That's right. Neo J said back in the chat, says good thing his character Black OC is a necromancer.
Wait, sorry. What? Read that again.
He says he's a necromancer.
Who was?
Neo J's character.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's actually pretty dope.
He resurrected his ancestors to steal back the artifacts that were taken from by colonialists.
Hold on, while I'm trying to get this stuff on screen, let me put Storm up.
John Snowden says, "Oh damn, Dan went there. The Ashley Judd, Morgan Freeman rabbit hole." They were a good team, They made a lot of money making those mid-range films, Their Wonder says, "Are these guys really from Africa?"
They are from Johannesburg, South Africa. Also, doesn't South Africa have a controversy going on with like white farmers or something?
I guess
I didn't dig into this.
there were refugees. There was supposedly some kind of racial strife, conflict. So they says farmers had to flee South Africa and land in here or something, and that's what's going on.
Okay.
But I guess they're also making video games as well. So they hopefully they'll make a video game about that.
Right. Sorry, I just had to scroll up here to JP and said, "What's the basket for?" Oh, the basket that was in the shot with the crew. I don't know. I guess it was there for decoration. They're supposed to put some candy in it. Actually, let me not say that. I don't know if it's like some
For their one that says professional cringe developers, it was the white guy's plot. Like it was that.
Listen, I'm telling you right now. Not Mother F is not real. No, I'm telling you. As soon as I saw the game, my automatic thought before I saw it was a South African company. I was just like, what white activist made this? Like, that was my automatic thought. And then I was like, maybe I'm wrong. They said South African company. And then I don't know who's directing the game. I just know that the CEO of the company is not black. That's all I know. And I was like, oh, I knew it. Like, I don't know why I knew it. I just, just spell these things out. I'm just used to it in the industry now.
John Snowden says Johnny Somali fighting game Endless Ninjas versus Johnny.
That might make money.
That might make money, yeah.
Now you can't like put Johnny Smiley in it. You gotta like put some random like nuisance streamer or something.
It's like like in the movies now they're trying to create new villains, like the new bad guys.
Yeah.
So like the government is trying to like make Russians the bad guy for everything.
Yes.
Because they want to start some New World Order plot,
right?
Some whatever. So they like trying to have new villains now, like in those movies where Jason Statham beats up people, the newer ones. Of course, it's like he beats up everybody in the movie, but I'm talking about like the beekeeper.
Yeah. He's fighting
phone scammers.
Yes.
Of course, they messed it up because they had the phone scammers looking like a bunch of dudes from The Wolf of Wall Street or something.
Because you can't have the real phone scammers.
International.
There's only 2 international places that I know phone scammers from, and I'm sure y'all know what 2 international places these are.
Calling people every day.
Yeah, one is someplace in Asia.
Right.
The other one is someplace in Africa. That's
right. Could be a call center available upstairs from the people making that video game. I don't know. All I do know is if they make a movie about Jason Statham's a big British white dude,
right,
karate kicking all these people after their cell phone minutes are up, he gonna be canceled so fast.
Facts.
They ain't never gonna be no beekeeper too.
Yes,
then the other one's like a working man, and he was fighting traffickers, like these kidnappers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's the big one, right? Because that was in The Sound of Freedom.
Yes.
They're kidnapping people and kidnapping women.
Right.
So this is like the new villains of it, of society that like everyone can get on board with.
Right.
Because nobody like a human smuggler.
Yes.
And I guess the people who made that video game are trying to be like, oh, like, I guess, I don't know, white people or white privilege or something. This is like they're trying to create these new villains other than like, I don't know, dudes who steal stuff from your house, like, or like it used to be like Bruce Willis would beat up just some crooks or something, like, but now the crook can't be the bad guy. Now like the crook's the good guy,
right?
And now the bad guy that a crook and a cop can agree on is some human trafficker. Like they had to pick like the lowest scum bag, and I guess that's the one thing, like a human smuggler that nobody's on board.
Yeah. I mean, that's universal. Everybody will get behind.
Either you know, the left or the right, they don't like that guy for some reason. Maybe one day the human smuggler will have their own league that they're being defamed or something. And all this media or something. I don't know, but
I don't know. I just like I don't really care personally about the museum man. Like this sounds like something that could be like worked out.
Yeah, word. Can you call him up and say, hey, that thing was originally yeah, and there's no like right wing museum man or something, you know. He's gonna be like, oh snap, an African's calling me.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. It's like, wait, where's the conservative museum man? Like,
Yeah, calling him up. No way, buddy.
That's why in real life they're actually giving back the artifacts. So it's the game gets more ridiculous the more I think about it.
It's like it's a phone call from these people. Be like, hey, what's up? Can you get this back to me, bro? Or else we're gonna put you in the New York Times, and they'll be like, not the New York Times, you know what I'm saying? They start crapping their pants. They gotta change their, you know, their diapers. And all this. You got some dude in the museum with an ascot on. You get a text message saying they're gonna put him on blast in the New York Times. Having some African fertility statue from 1837 in his museum, bro. He's gonna get canceled if you don't give it back.
Facts.
He's gonna soil his britches. Step 1, soil britches. Step 2, pack that fertility statue in the FedEx package, bro, with the bubble wrap, and they're gonna express that joint super duper overnight PJ private jet back to Africa. Right quick.
I mean, but to what you're saying right now, which is, like I said, and Demian, look this up. You're bringing light to what the research that he did, because I'm like, well, obviously that's what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Although, if it's a private collector and he's like got his thing in the basement somewhere and he's hoarding it and they don't know where it is and they find out that guy, then maybe steal it from that guy. And that's like, you know.
Right.
Of course, in the trailer for the game, they need to establish why they need it back. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Maybe they has a gemstone in it that could like power all of Africa. And some evil criminal scumbag gangster has it in another country and they need to get it back so they can use it for good instead of him hoarding it in his basement because that guy's doing even worse things with it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's a human trafficker like in the Jason Statham movies or something.
Right. I mean, fair point.
Maybe I need to rewrite this game. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe you should. I mean, this is
this is a compelling storyline. You gotta get people on your side, you know. Rescue African artifacts from colonized museums in the heist game Relooted. Semblance Studio Nyama Cop is back with puzzles, action, and a distinct story to tell. Nyama Cop.
I am a cop.
It's like that's RoboCop's South African cousin or something.
I was gonna say, are y'all looking forward to the Wu-Tang game? It might be good.
That's probably bad.
Even though it's an Epic Store joint. And not only is it Epic Store joint, it's apparently a Sweet Baby joint. I didn't see the trailer. I'm not gonna lie. I'll take a look at it. Maybe it's wait. Oh, I can't take a look at it in here. I'm sure that whole trailer got copyrighted music. So I'm gonna have to look after the stream. I'm sure the trailer opens up with like, you know, cream or something like cash rules everything around.
Wu-Tang. Isn't that culture appropriation? Wu-Tang, like they were taking from Chinese culture, like the Wu-Tang, they were such a
yeah, true. Except, you know, I personally don't, you know, care about.
I don't care. I mean,
yeah, I know you don't care either.
And the Chinese don't care.
Yeah, I know some people care. They go, "Oh, cultural appropriation." You know, I'm like, man.
No, I don't think they care at all. Like, no one cares. Like, no one complained.
No one complained. I mean, I don't know if they want to retroactively go. Nobody cares.
the Chinese want them to be like Wu-Tang, like be like me. You know what I'm saying? Because especially in Africa, like Chinese companies have a lot of investment in Africa
Right.
and are building factories in Africa and getting the oil. I'm sorry, the oil. They're mining in Africa for the rare earth minerals
Right.
to power their cell phones and the whatnot. So it's like they wouldn't mind if like a bunch of like black people were acting like they were like in those old Chinese martial arts movies,
Right.
because it means that they were embracing their culture and they can assimilate, what I'm saying, to the Chinese ways, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Just like everybody wanted to be an American back in the day, they want to be like, oh, I'm American, baseball and like hot dogs.
As I always say, I can't say anything about cultural appropriation because my whole art style is cultural appropriated. So But yeah, you're right. Let's see what's here. Relooted is a heist game about reclaiming African artifacts from Western countries that stole them. Developed by independent South African studio Nyamakop. Relooted is set in a future timeline where Western nations have signed a treaty to return plundered items to their African regions of origin. But things aren't going to plan. Western
Oh,
leaders are instead hiding the artifacts away in private collections. So it's up
bam!
to
The
a
private collections.
it's up to a ragtag based sorry, it's up to a ragtag crew based in Johannesburg, South Africa to strategize and steal them back. Relooted is broken into missions, each one each one includes a briefing about the artifact, an infiltration planning stage, and the heist. The gameplay is a mix of puzzle and action as you case each building, set up your run, and then execute the plan. Once you grab your target artifact, the security alarms go off and you have a limited amount of time to escape, so thorough preparation is key.
Teaching the kids how to steal properly. See, you can learn things from video games.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's true.
watch out for the alarms.
Yep.
Plan your heist.
It says in the days of dev reveal for Relooted,
Right.
producer. I'm going to butcher that name. Producer Scythe. I probably shouldn't even try. Producer cites a wild statistic from a pivotal 2018 report on African cultural heritage, saying 90% of sub-Saharan African cultural heritage is in the possession of Western collections. That is millions upon millions of deeply important cultural, spiritual, and personal artifacts, including human remains that aren't in their rightful place. The locations in Relooted are fictional, but the 70 artifacts you have to steal back are real. They are
Oh,
currently in Western private collections, far from the original homes and owners.
interesting. Interesting. So this game is like some kind of public pressure campaign to get them to give up the goods.
Right. So that's where the conflicting information comes down. If
Mm.
some countries that are already giving this stuff back or in the process of giving some stuff back, I can't tell if the ones that they are talking about are in collections that people have no intention of giving back, or if they're on deal to be given back. I don't know. I don't want to make those claims because I don't know. But he's
What
claiming.
if what if like this Westerner private collection dude, he won it fair and square in a dice game or something? Like what about the rules of the dice game?
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
You shooting craps, you hit that, that dice roll up against a wall and hit the ground.
Right.
That beats all kind of international treaties, right?
I mean,
I mean,
I don't know. Dice versus treaties. I don't know.
that's how it works at the rec centers.
Yeah.
Allegedly, I wouldn't know, but that's what I've been told.
Yes, hold on. This is pretty long. There's a thing about making games for Africans we say a lot. we should be. We say we should be a thing. We should make games for Africans because we're playing games that were made in the West. But will people even play those games if you make them? And then if you make games targeting people, even if you were to make one that's really good, there's no guarantee that you'll have a lot of people playing it. So I think there's some level of confusion, I can say, in terms of unexplored aspects of African games market. I don't know. I don't know how big the African games market is. To be fair, I guess that's a what is this? Oh no, that's another article. I skipped some of this stuff here, but yeah.
I don't know, because it's like, I don't know. I guess this is like a difference of opinion, right? Like, look, I'm saying like, I feel like hype things will get people to buy a game than like these
Yes.
messages. You know what I mean? Like, what if it was a South African dude who's training in the dojo
Hmm.
and he's trying to fight some aliens or something? You got to fight an alien invasion in South Africa,
Hmm.
and then this dude who's trained in the dojo, contracted by I don't know the South African government or something to handle business, and then he fight the aliens,
Yeah.
right? Can it make a game like that and have it have like the crazy graphics and you hear what I'm saying?
It,
Like wouldn't that be hype too? Like they'd be like, oh snap, this is you see what he did? It's like, and then he has to do like some crazy power move. They got to do some crazy like battle system or something that make people want to play it. Like,
is there? It's funny because I'm taking what you said and trying to put it together, right? Like, how can I? How can I? Let's take other cultures, right? This is where it's about to get controversial or not. Like European, right? And they'll go back in their history, and then you got medieval times, and medieval times is already like set in battle, so like that's why they
yeah,
keep making games about it. Like I'm not a fan of medieval times setting, unless it's like really, really, really cool and it grabs my attention. And then the branch off of that, I guess, is like fantasy. That's not particularly medieval, but it's medieval-esque, like Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. And then you have like your Asian countries, and they'll go back to like you know, uh, olden times with you're fighting samurai or ninja, and but once again, battle is like baked into the concept, so it could ride. Like this game doesn't have a baked in combat. Well, I guess it's not about combat; it's about thieving. But I guess
yeah.
to you're asking why don't they have something that's cool like that, and they don't. And I'm almost certain, probably I might be wrong. There's something in African culture that you could make even in modern times that would have combat baked into it, but I haven't seen it.
You fighting all the time, and
Right, yeah.
like what are we talking about? Like I mean,
Like we were supposed to
have
have a
some of
Black
that.
Panther game, and it's not coming out now. But anyway,
Have some of that violence for like entertainment value or something in the video game.
right.
And meanwhile, like in Japan and like Korea, they're not fighting in like like that. Like they got the Yakuza or something, and then they make a game out of it. You know what I'm saying? It's fun, like, and it's like, and they just make fun things. They make fun things. They make games about combat. Like this game is like some kind of educational stealing game. I don't even know what and it teaches you about like stolen artifacts, and it's like, don't these kids want to see like jump kicks or something? Like, how about you win people over with the jump kicks?
Right.
There's like people who like in this country they wish they were like Japanese for real. Like they wish like they could like I don't know go into the race change machine and become Japanese. They love Japanese stuff so much. Why? Because it's either anime where they're kicking butt, taking names, having fun, laughing. They got to team up with a demon and a samurai and a cyborg, and they got to go fight some I don't know some giant monster or something, and in a I don't know 24 episode season or so. Like, why can't people just do that in Africa?
Why is the last thing in
It's got to be edutainment.
right? Why is the last time that I remember action involving Africa was a Chinese movie named Wolf Warrior 2? Like, why?
Yeah.
It is like how did that?
Yo, you know how many people want to be Bruce Lee back in the day, bro? Like all those dudes who in the mixed martial arts right now wanted to be Bruce Lee, like Jackie Chan, all those people. Jackie Chan wasn't out here making like, I don't know, non-violent video games about how they stole some Chinese medallion and then he got to sneak in and make sure he sneak out. Maybe there's movies like that, but like I don't know, Wu-Tang ain't inspired by those games, okay?
No, not at all.
Movies or whatever. They ain't watching those. They're watching the ones with doing the karate or something.
I don't. Yeah, why?
Like, you gotta move people. Gotta move. You gotta get them in with the entertainment.
Yes. Then
They will love the culture, the aspects of the culture, maybe. Or maybe they would just love the entertainment and be like, oh, the aspects of the culture is interesting, but I'm really here for the entertainment. It's like you gotta have like it be about entertainment first.
Right.
You get me?
Well, I guess they had that other game that I don't really have anything bad to say about, but I didn't care to play it, which was what Tales of Kanzera Zao. I think that was like an action game, African action game.
But is it dope like DMC?
No, and that's the problem. Like as the chat mentioned, like where's the DMC type?
How come Capcom makes Sheva, but South Africa can't make Sheva from Resident Evil? How come? What's up with that?
Listen, man.
why? It's like they're trying to outsmart themselves when they think about like, oh my god, I'm gonna make a game that's not a white person. Let me, put on my professor outfit from sociology class, and it's like, yo, bro, just.
You know why? Hold on.
Hello.
You know why? Because people are afraid to be stupid.
Yeah, you gotta be smart to be stupid.
You gotta be a little stupid. Like, what is Resident Evil 5 about? What is it about? It's about an advanced form of the T virus, now turned into something else. I forgot what the virus was called in Ouroboros. Excuse me, the Ouroboros virus. Being cast upon Africa by a man named Albert Wesker, who got orange eyes. Okay, doing backflips, aided by Chris Redfield. Okay, and Sheva Alomar. All right, teaming up on some lethal weapon type joint through Africa to fight zombies. And what Sheva was an African woman, playable. They can't make that because it's too. I don't know. It's like they could. Like if I went up to this development team, like, yo, could you do something with like some Sheva Alomar type joint where she got like a shoddy and she's blasting and they'd be like, oh well, what's the lesson in that? None.
The lesson is that if you do that, you'll make money.
Yeah,
your game will actually be successful. That should be like the real brains of the operation, saying like if you do those things, then you will earn money, and then when you earn money, you'll earn respect and a fan base, and then you will have achieved what you were trying to achieve now.
This is what I said in the beginning of the stream, when I was just like, yo, why they do specifically? Because I don't know. I feel like they just to get racial here, even though I don't really care about race, right? I haven't seen black men starring in anything significant since Prototype 2. And probably, oh my goodness, what's the game? True Crime 2, which is not entirely a great game because you run real sluggish, but I don't know, I liked it. I don't know what the Metacritic score is on that, but I liked it. Okay, that was like the last time I seen like 2 black male protagonists. So they thrown out, right? And any other time before that was the Saints Row reboot with the Urkel looking dude. That don't kind of game got delisted. So now it's black women's time, which is fine. So why is the last time that I saw a black woman being freaking cool was Sheva Alomar? Resident Evil 5 came out in 2005, y'all. 2000. We are 2025. Now I might be missing some, and look, I know what people, anybody who's watching this on the playback, or if I make a video of this, I know what people are gonna say. They're gonna be like, "Oh, well, what about that? What's the game that came out recently, where you're in like the swamps with the
South of Midnight.
yeah, I
Is that
don't
what it's
care.
called?
Yeah, look, it looked like a highly produced game, but I don't care about like stop motion type animation.
Yeah, I couldn't tell like what because the games had cursing in it, and I thought it was like made for kids or something, or made
Right.
for young people, and it had like I'm not sure what the demo was for that, but I guess it was whatever they wanted it to be.
Right.
They didn't really thinking about it, but yeah, like I'm not into the stop motion animation stuff. Like, can't you?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really care about that. Somebody in the chat said
It's like for yeah, go ahead.
the game Deathloop had a black lead. Remember that? Game Awards talked about it for years.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Deathloop. I remember it. In fact, I think. Never mind. I was about to say something, but I don't have. Hold on. Wait till the pass by. Yeah. Hold on. Let me look something up. I feel like I'm going to be incorrect on something. Deathloop. Blade. Yes, the team that made Deathloop is making Blade. How was Deathloop, by the way, y'all? Was that actually cool? Was that good? I don't know. I didn't play it. I heard mixed reviews on it. Said Watchdog 2 was pretty good. Oh yes, I remember that. I actually remember then, and I looked up the cutscenes. I remember it being pretty cringe, but you know, in some instances. But Mom Bear's here. What's up, Mom Bear?
What up?
Said
Thanks for
Sheva
stopping
is a
by.
maid. Sheva
Also,
was
everybody, hit a like on the video. Hit a like on
yes,
the video.
yes, please do.
Please. But yes.
Said Deathloop was cool for what I heard. Okay. But yeah, I feel like, well, okay. Besides Deathloop, which I didn't play before that, the last thing I remember was Sheva. Sheva was beautiful. Sheva, you know what I'm saying? She had skills, obviously, as you're playing through the game. It was cool. To be honest, they should have brought her back. I don't know why she never like reappeared. But yeah, they need to do that.
I don't know, like the visual presentation, I don't know, like people don't like the game, the story for First Ascendant, but the visuals are cool. Can they at least like copy the visuals or something? Like they need like Mecha Break, things like that. Like
Right.
a fun game, you know.
This fun.
Start there. Yeah, start from the beginning. Fun.
They don't want to have fun. They want to. It's like all this
educate
me on it. Let me know. Can we have fun? Everybody else is having fun.
Every other thing race having fun.
Everybody, white people having fun, Asian people having fun. I'm not sure if Hispanics are doing anything. Wait, when was the last Hispanic character? Give me a second.
It's a good question. Hispanics kind of falling off, by the way.
They falling off, and they don't care. Like,
yeah, at least they don't care. At least they don't care.
Yeah, at least like they're not like coming in to be like, I told you that. Like they just like they're like whatever. Like
once in a while, like Blue Beetle was a push, and then it didn't happen. Like it just was like
right.
No one cared. I tried to watch Blue Beetle, bro. I swear they did not have an action scene for like 30 minutes.
Oh,
I couldn't deal with it, bro. I can't deal with it. No, it's him talking about how he can't go to college or something. I don't know what he was doing. Like it was. I don't know. Susan Sarandon's a villain. It's like, what are we doing?
Wait, what the character in Mind's Eye? What race is he? Which, by the way, I heard is doing bad.
I don't know. Hispanic movies, what like the movie In the Heights that flopped.
Mm.
The musicals about like, you know, it's like, can we just like, anyway, we go to the chat. The chat knows what's going on in this world. El Monster says Sheva's a babe.
Yes,
true. Can they just have a babe in a game?
All right,
I could get money.
I got one for you. I got one Hispanic character. He just dropped the game, like literally like this week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I got this in the way. This guy, Alex Hernandez. You know what I'm saying?
Who's that?
This guy is starring in the game called Mind's Eye. This game, as I know, is not fire.
Okay.
Didn't look fire to me. And I think it just dropped, and I have to check the Steam numbers if you give me a chance.
You get the Mandalorian's breastplate on with a Hanes t-shirt underneath.
Mine's eye. Player counts. Okay.
El Monster said we be relooting, or I missed it. No, you missed it. Yeah,
I mean, we played the trailer already, but there
I'm
is
looking for it.
currently 1,000.
Oh, I'm way back in the chat. That's why.
No, that's okay. 1,881 players on Mind's Eye right now on Steam. Okay, yeah, it came out 2 days ago. Game cooked. Sorry. No, sorry. The game did not cooked. It is cooked. Sorry, I had to specify.
Alpha Proto says no Hispanic leads. Don't y'all remember Spider-Man Miles Morales? That's true.
Okay. You got me there. Oh, sorry.
Got a point.
I actually like the Miles Morales game, the standalone game. I did not play Spider-Man 2. I don't have a PS5. Oh wait, isn't it on Steam right now? Yeah, I don't care either. So
Power 1000 says Batman is a fascist. That's true. I mean, that's not true, but that's what they said in the Blue Beetle movie.
Right.
George Lopez. Bro, that show's on that joint's on Tubi, bro.
It's on Tubi?
Yeah. That means like the HBO Max, they won't even have it on the server, bro. They just gotta throw it at Tubi, bro. Hopefully they get some ad money from a Harbor Freight commercial or something.
Sheesh.
L Monster says, I think most ethics are having fun. With own games. I just wanted to make a message for no reason.
See, this is what people didn't understand about me on Twitter. When I mentioned Prototype 2, they were like, oh, but it's not inherently. Look, I don't care. I want to be able to take a dude from a skyscraper and freaking suplex him from 100,000 feet in the air. Why is that wrong?
But it has like a political message that's like, it's not a racial message. It's like, I guess the government made the virus and they know about it, and they're trying to repress the people who are trying to not be under the government's control.
Yeah, the whole game was like they tried to cover it up. They have teams trying to cover it up. I guess they're not covering up well because the whole city got infected. And then Alex Mercer, who turns into a villain, starts threatening James. So now he got to deal with that. And there's a whole intrigue and stuff going on. Is it mad deep? No, but is it entertaining? Yes, it is very entertaining. By the way, that game's kind of scary to play now. Because when you play it, I forgot when that game came out, well before the lockdowns and stuff, but just seeing a bunch of people in masks all over NYC in the game, I'm like, good grief. Just it brings back weird memories. Let me see. Oh, sorry. What we got here? Being said, bro, I saw the trailer for that today. It came out. It was GTA 6 at home. Yeah, Mind's Eye is pretty trash. You didn't see the trailer for that, right? I think you did.
No. Yeah.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it for us or the chat. It's just like, I don't know, it was game to game. I don't know.
People just be making games, bro. Like people just be making games every day, bro.
And it's getting too hard to make these games too. So I'm like, it's like if you don't pour your 100% resources into it, and it's like too high budget, it's like, yo, just make a side scroller. Not like Relooted. I mean like a real side scroller, some Castlevania joint or something. Yeah.
All right, so what you gonna show me?
Oh, this was just what was this? I gotta watch out because one of these trailers has a 9 Inch Nails song in it.
Oh, no good.
I don't know which one. I feel. Wait, let me see this one.
Not good for the copyright. Nah.
Hold on.
Gentlemen, welcome to Blackwatch, the most elite military unit in the world. You are now privy to the following classified information. Blackwatch was first created to protect America from biological attack. In 1963, our
See, they got some history in here. You know what I'm saying?
The fake lore history.
a new virus known as Blacklight infected and destroyed the town of Hope, Idaho. We found and detained only one survivor, Elizabeth Green, or Mother, as we would come to call her. She was an incubator of the virus. Blackwatch, along with Gentech, the creators of Blacklight, were assigned to contain the virus peacefully, if possible. Operations continued until 2008, when a Gentech...
You know, this is too hard, you know what I'm saying, for the likes of, you know, South African game companies or something.
Yeah, they're a bunch of they like a lighter game, right? They don't have this intense. I mean, this is the kind of entertainment that like Sean and I do or something like that.
Like,
in a world of madness,
people be like, I want to play a game. I'm like, I want to play a game. And I saw those the gameplay for freaking Ninja Gaiden 4, the crunch that happens after you take somebody's head off. Crazy.
Yeah. It has to do with the personality of people. They got people playing like they grow up in a la-di-da world or something. They're playing like Mario Kart, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're not gonna come up with stuff like this, like
No.
where it's like, your world is a lie. In 1963, the Blackwatch Corporation has geoengineered America since the inception. Blah, blah, blah. You can't trust your parents. You can't trust your teachers. You can't trust your mother. You can't trust your wife. You can't trust your girlfriend. Now you and your mutated arm must destroy all that you have once loved. You and your cachet of weapons must, you know, save what's left of the world. It's like, bro, it's too much for the people. In the picture you show me of the developers of Relooted, like they're like, well,
No,
man,
they ain't playing this. They ain't playing this at all. They're like, yo.
Scientist by the name of Alice Mercer, apparently in a fit of delusional paranoia, stole a vial of the Blacklight virus.
Put down the vial and back away.
And released it. We thought the virus had killed him. We were wrong. It transformed Mercer, giving him superhuman abilities. Mercer fought his way into Gentech and freed Elizabeth Green, Mother. Soon the outbreak encompassed the whole of Manhattan. Nothing we did could contain
The
it.
trailer seemed like an intro.
We resorted to a nuclear solution, but Mercer interfered with our
nuclear
objective.
solution.
He hijacked the nuke and destroyed it over the ocean.
Yeah, that was legit like the end of Prototype 1. Like a nuke went off and then like Alex was just standing there and he, like in the shadows, and then like he's like, oh, he's back. And I was just like, wait, what?
We assumed he was dead.
Oh.
Once again, we were wrong. End of initial briefing. New York Zero is now divided into 3 distinct zones.
Come on, yo, they ain't gonna make some joint called New York Zero, bro. Like, just
you know, where like the pandemic lockdown separated New York into 3 separate sections ruled by like
monsters and super soldiers and
nah,
ain't happening.
This is the kind of stuff that like dudes like to play. It's like,
yeah,
scary scenarios where you gotta combat people for freedom.
Power fantasy, something. Give me like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't got no power fantasies. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
they have power fantasies, but like they're like
power fantasies stealing from colonists.
Yeah, they're activism or something. The real life violence is what they endorse in the streets or something like that. Yeah. like
out here throwing stones at cars.
Maybe that is happening. I don't know, but like they reserve none of this for the game. Like they need to put the energy into the game, and then like it so much that they'll make it the focal point of the game. Like this game's about like this thing sounds cool. It's like it's got a lot of like doom and gloom lore, but
right.
You know, that's what
it's not a happy game. I'll tell you that right
That's
now.
what we about. That's what people like.
The green zone stays relatively peaceful. The yellow zone has devolved into nothing more than a virus-infested slum. The red zone is
What to happen the next 3
pure
years?
hell, overrun completely by the virus.
Oh, here for sure.
This is Mercer's nest, his playground, and we struggle to contain it. Only the most highly trained among you will be sent in.
All clear.
We enlisted the help of the military to neutralize this zone. Most of them were killed. Except for one, Sergeant James Heller. After his family was destroyed by the virus, Heller embarked on what could only be called a suicide mission. He was infected with the virus by Mercer himself. This is our new enemy.
Come on, son. Look. This is how a black dude just dropped out of the sky, and then like when he landed, like a tank like blew up. Like
This is stuff that people want to see. This is what people care about. They care about the tank flying up. They should put their brain power towards that. Instead, they'd have Sergeant James Heller go to therapy sessions, talking with his therapist about how traumatized he is. Apparently, we'll still have therapy in the apocalypse. I bet you in that version of the game. You know, we want to play this.
It's like what we were talking about. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, the dude vibration when he land, the tank fly up. That's what people care about, bro. What are we talking about? Yo, we're trying to make Skrilla cheese.
They don't want to make cheese.
Benjamins, man.
They don't care about Benjamins, bro. Like we had this conversation, a similar conversation during the Rob Liefeld live stream, talking about the hype from back in the day. Now they want to draw Wolverine having a latte. I'm like, yo, get out of here. We making money or not? Like,
No.
We don't know if he's working with Mercer or not.
Yo,
Regardless,
come on, so my man dragon punched a helicopter. Like, what more do I need? Like,
yeah, he like jumped on the helicopter, hung on to it, let go, just he could punch the helicopter up, and then he fell down. And when he falls down, it's not even gonna hurt him.
facts. So it's gonna land like it was another day. Like he jumped off his porch.
they both need to be captured or destroyed. Remember, you are Blackwatch. You will not fail. Dismissed.
Is Blackwatch they will in fact fail?
Why can't Brian Coogler make a movie like that?
Can I hit up Brian Coogler? Yo, I got something for you. You know what I'm saying? That's not the trill I was looking for. Hold on, let me be careful. I don't know what they're playing here. Oh.
Ridiculous.
Come on, B.
He scraped down entire skyscraper with his hand, bro, to slow him down. And then when he landed, like a giant explosion happened, like that blew all the cars back and the soldiers.
Hold on, let me see that part again, because
It's like people need to go to a class called Hype 101.
got no hype. They got like anti-hype.
Nobody doing stuff like this.
Put this in a movie I'm going to see.
Where's Mercer?
Dude's so hard that he was just like he has him impaled. Like his life is over. Where's Mercer? Go to hell. It's like mad 80.
That's how trailers supposed to be made. Have badass music, and he's shooting. And it's a weird monster came around.
Please be advised that Alex Mercer is active in your AP. I repeat, Mercer is currently 2 clicks east, Delta Zero.
I got you now.
Hold your position. Reinforcements are en route.
Form up! Prepare to engage.
Making stuff like this.
What the hell?
Sergeant?
Walking to the camera and slow. Come on, dude. Done, son. Sold. That's it. That's it. Sold. That's the end. Sold. Go make that. Go make that. Get this stereotypical. I gotta steal stuff. Crap. I don't want to do no looting.
Looking for artifacts, bro, to try to teach you lessons. Nobody want to hear about this. I want to hear about your lessons.
Get it up out of here.
Think CNN.
Now, like I said, the people can make whatever they want. Like realistically, you know, I ain't mad at the company. I don't care. Like,
It's
the
cool,
trailer is
okay?
so
Be
badass,
cool.
My dog growled at it.
Badassery, okay? And any race can be badass if they decide to be badass,
Right.
okay?
Hold on, I'll be right back.
But if you want to be a cornball, then you got to do things the hard way. You know, over here, React and Draw, we don't like the hard way, okay? Life's hard enough, okay? Everything on TV sucks, okay? You gotta have all the streaming services. Nothing's on. You know, the inflation's through the roof. Like, you want to do these the hard way, bro? Making games about, I don't know, looting stuff. And like, what? I mean, people gotta be serious. Badassery, okay? Embrace it. Alex was that dude. Sucks. The comics made him the bad guy for some reason. Alex Mercer. I don't know. I didn't read the comics. Prototype. I gotta talk to Sean about that. Power went down, said throwing glass everywhere. Yup. John Snowden says, remember the 90s when Image had Jackson King, aka Battalion, just a telekinetic brother with big ass guns. We'll have to look that up when Sean gets back. Oh, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Cool. Yeah, check out John Snowden talked about a 90s character called Battalion.
Hold on.
He's had telekinesis and he had big guns.
Wait. Let's find out. Let me go educate myself.
El Monster says, think Prototype 2 sold pretty well. They just had other planes.
They need to put it back on the plane.
Modern generation today would break down by these dark themes, even if it's not real. Sad.
Oh, is it this man right here? Hold on. What's the character we talking about?
Who this? Is this who made this character? Is this Rob Liefeld's character?
Not sure. Battalion.
It says DC database. This is a Wildstorm, I assume.
It looks Wildstorm.
Right.
Man pointing his gun at you. You ready for combat?
He had the GW Bridge hairdo right now.
I got the shot. I'll do what Razor myself. He doing things. This is a proactive man.
Yes. He's a paramilitary brother trying to handle his business.
Look at him, son. He's about to do things.
I'm sure like Jim Lee was trying to get Wesley Snipes on the horn to like, yeah, I got a character for you.
He said this design's a little generic 90s action. Hey man, I mean it was in the 90s, so you know.
It was 90s, you're correct, sir.
But he looked like he's gonna do something, I'll tell you that much, huh? I mean,
Yeah,
I would not design this now, obviously, but you know,
things don't change, but the spirit of a person doing hype things in armor is cool. You just can't be this armor, but it'll be the cooler type of armor, like something from like a Japanese video game or something. Then you do that, but
said exactly GW Bridge, aka Cold Weathers.
Was GW Bridge in the MCU? The George Washington Bridge? Yeah, they let Rob do anything back in the day.
Facts.
You making money, bro.
I don't know. We just don't got a spirit of fun. Like, why does everything have to be?
Because they don't want the no rules party house frat environment where it's just dudes. I don't know. It's not the 90s, man, where like it's a bunch of like dudes sitting in like comic book studios watching the I don't know, the Bulls versus the Pistons game and like trying to slam dunk on Nerf rubber foam hoops and stuff and playing Madden and trying to like throw spitballs at each other and watching Die Hard on a giant TV on repeat. Like that people be silly anymore, man. Everyone has to project like there's some I don't know Kendrick Lamar coded type brother. Like
I mean, if I really want to get deep into the thought process here, I guess it's because there are some black people that operate under the pretense that we have not been represented correctly and the culture has not been talked about. When that woman was talking about the Tyler Perry movies and saying, yo,
yeah.
all it is black trauma, there were some people under that post saying like, well, there is trauma in the black community and we need to talk about it. I'm like, so we didn't talk about it for like umpteen years, bro?
And they might gotta make a movie about it and a TV show and a video game and
like, so she was tired of something. And then going back to the stage of games, I'm just like, minus Deathloop, which I didn't play. I'm just like, why is the new vehicle for cringe a black woman? Like, this is not fair.
yeah. Why does that have to be the avatar?
I'm gonna tell you what. When this dropped, when Tokan dropped, I can't remember how to pronounce it. The only two characters called people out: Miss Marvel because they made her cute, adorable, and Storm. You know how much Storm fan art there is right now? This is just adding to the pile, okay? It added to it so badly that people were like, "Oh, forget the Marvel rivals. I'm gonna have this joint," and they both look fire. That's the funny part. But so Storm can have fun, even though she's in the middle of like a game with multiple characters, so there is no main character. So she's not the main character of the game, but Storm being recognized regardless. Okay, there are people out there saying Storm is the face of the women of Marvel, which I don't think she is. I don't know who is the face of women of Marvel, but I mean, hey, if they want to make Storm the face of women of Marvel, go ahead. She's a dope character.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they people. What I'm trying to say is the reception of Storm obviously means that people want to see black characters being hyped, or specifically black women in this case, but they hide them behind cringe. And like I said, they're trying to do edutainment, but the first thing people saw was you're doing a game about black people looting. Which was announced last week, while ironically now looting is going on. Now, for the case of clarity, this is more of a multicultural looting that's happening in LA.
No, yeah, but
Mostly, I think. It's definitely a multicultural protest, but hold on, what does it say here? Again, why doesn't Tyler Perry make movies about black male trauma if we got to talk about it? That is a good question.
Man, I don't know why they always gotta hire like I don't know, like why they hire people. They want to have people who got like a sociology book collection or a therapy book collection. Why don't they hire a dude who got a nunchuck collection? Like, be a dude watching TV, nothing to watch.
I don't know, man. Especially when you're in like video games, you have to like. I am well aware that there are different genres of video games. But the closer you get to your video game being about action, I guess in this case it's about running, the more they're gonna look for something fire. It's not like it was like a car, like a Mario Kart type game or something. Like, it was a side-scrolling game. Why couldn't it have been a character with a black woman in like a Metroidvania?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
But apparently we had to leave it to Ninja Gaiden Ragebound for that this year. Another Asian character. Like,
I don't know.
amen.
I don't know.
All I know is that staff looks exactly like I thought it was gonna look.
Apropoda says, I think, oh, yes. He said, I think Storm is the female face of the X-Men.
Fair.
John Snowden says, honestly, Storm is the 4 horsewoman of the X teams. Pound 1000 says, thought people been tired of Tyler Perry, especially last year when he and Keke Palmer were on that podcast show where he got tired of people giving him pushback with his movies.
People giving him pushback with the movies?
Yeah. I mean, they're not of quality. I mean, like, they're kind of silly, but, people watch them, I guess. Brina says, I mean, when I think of female characters, I think of Storm, and that's even with all the MCU characters.
Okay, fair enough. I couldn't tell who's popular. I couldn't tell who's popular in Marvel nowadays because I'm so disconnected with Marvel.
Yeah, no, they have like Black Widow, that's another female character, but they haven't had her in the movies because I don't know, Scarlett Johansson has beef with the Marvel people or something. Because they released the Black Widow movie at the same time as they released it on Disney Plus, so then she feels like that she didn't get enough money in the box office for that, so she tried to sue for some profits. I don't know, something like that. I don't know. So now that's why she's doing Jurassic Park.
Right.
And they had her as a producer in the Thunderbolts in name only, but she wanted it taken off because she said she had nothing to do with it.
Sheesh. I saw she made some comment the other day that saying like, oh, one of the guys on staff wanted her to return for Doomsday, and then she was like, "Did you watch the movie? If I return, half of humanity goes kaput." I was like, "Wow, she." I'm like, okay, all right. Point taken, Scarlett.
Mamba says Storm's face is used on some Marvel comics instead of Spider-Man.
I will say this. I've always said this, and I mean, it's kind of sad because of the passing of Chadwick Boseman. But before then, I thought the perfect way to introduce the X-Men was to have a Black Panther sequel and introduce Storm in it. And that would have been the jumping point for the X-Men. That was my idea, like, for the MCU before they came up with all this other, stuff. And then, of course, Chadwick is no longer here, and they didn't recast T'Challa, so couldn't do that idea. But if the circumstances were different, that's what I would have did. I would have jumped it off right with Storm.
Yep. John Snowden says Storm, Rogue, Jean, Phoenix, Psylocke. Those are the women of Marvel. True. All X people. Clarence Price says we don't. He's talking to Brina. Brina says, Brina's talking to him. Power says there was opportunity years ago to make a Static Shock movie and the Batman Beyond one, but project was canceled. Oh, that's right. I know about the Batman Beyond one. I didn't know about the Static Shock one.
Interesting.
Maybe they went with Blue Beetle instead of Static Shock, which is a mistake.
That is not a good idea. Who did that? Who? Stupid.
But who knows? Like, DC was in a mess at the time. Anyway, they probably would have messed it up.
Yeah, they would have ruined it. I'd rather not see Static Shock messed up.
Yeah. Mama Bear says, admittedly, I never thought of Medea movies as specifically Black trauma since I can relate to a lot of it. It's true. It's about trauma. Plus, the movies are like, he's unabashedly him. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like, Tyler Perry is unabashedly him. And he just puts out stuff for women.
Yeah.
And he ain't gonna stop or something.
No.
And apparently he's successful at it. Because they seem to be satisfied with the films or something.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He's making money, so.
But I'm saying, where's like the I don't know. I'm not gonna say the Tyler Perry of action because I don't want to see an action movie with those production values. But like,
no.
I don't know.
Definitely not. Not trying to
But
see
I do
that.
want to see some hype. What's it say? El Monster says Captain Marvel was the face of female Marvel, but copyright happened. Captain Marvel? Copyright. Well, Captain Marvel's, the comics never really sold. Like they keep rebooting it and stuff. They tried to make her a big deal.
Yeah.
And then the movie happened, and then the sequel happened, which I guess killed the franchise.
What sequel? Oh, the Marvels.
The Marvels. Yikes. Until NetEase, I don't know, started to do the remix.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of these characters. They say like Sue Storm. They're saying like Sue Storm is like gonna take over like the Fantastic Four movie. Like
Yeah, she's the leader or something.
Yeah, like Reed doesn't know what he's doing, and she has to be the one. I don't know. That's the rumor, but
that's what they're saying. I think that's confirmed actually.
Oh.
And what's his name is a champion at Pedro. It's the Pedro Festival.
Brina says, I remember when I was first introduced to Tyler Perry when I was 8 or 9, and Medea's fan reunion was labeled as comedy. John Snowden says, I'd pick Storm over Namor. Could have been Storm and Craven, but no. Alpha Proto says they would use the new Static Origin if they made that movie.
No,
I don't want that.
No. We're not getting powers at a rally. No. Absolutely not. Oh, that's just giving me a headache. Oh. Throw the whole movie out.
Mama Bear says we'll just create an art attack game where Sean and Dan are a superhero duo who dodge allegations of concept artists.
I mean, yeah. There you go. I did not work at Firewalk. That's still the funniest thing that ever happened to me.
That was a big meme.
That joint was going on for months, bro. Like
They believed it, bro. They believed it. It was crazy. I don't know why they. Who was the person that put that up? That's the crazy thing. Like
I don't know. Like I don't know. That's a good question.
Yo, people are wilding on the internet. Say, now when you say Static Shock movie, which kind of Static Shock? We're talking 90s OOs or 2010s. Like I guess I don't know. I guess people are talking about the 90s and the OOs. That's the one they really want. But what you want isn't necessarily what they want to give you.
Yeah, of course.
Unfortunately.
What kind of a Static Shock are you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? By the way,
Mama Bear says, Mama Bear, what happened? You saw that movie?
No, I did not see that movie.
Civil War? Yeah. I saw Civil War. It was like, I don't know. If you would see it in the movie, you're probably ripped off. Like
that's why I didn't see the movie.
Yeah. It wasn't all that. Mama Bear said the final battle, I guess, between Sean and Dan, it will be them versus Jabam.
Jabam, the greatest black female character of all time.
Power 1000 says it was supposed to be animated. There was another version of the story where they were supposed to be two projects, one live action, one animated, and obviously none of those things came true. I can talk about Static Shock.
I don't think they don't have the sensibilities to complete a movie like that. To be honest, I don't.
No.
I'm not.
No.
Yeah, I don't trust them.
No way. So Ballerina came out, right? And they're saying it flopped.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
So, anybody any chance see it? Is it good? Should we watch it?
I still kind of want to watch it, to be honest.
Now every YouTube channel is trying to diagnose why it flopped. Like, why did it flop? It had John Wick in it. It should have did money.
It's a shame.
But I don't know. No one really knows. I guess the marketing maybe is like it didn't show enough action scenes in it. Didn't show enough Anna Darma. It seemed kind of samey to me, like her walking out in the club with like a fur coat and her doing some move where she does an overhand thing and then the underhanded thing and then the flamethrower part, and that was it. And then John Wick's face pops up. I just saw that commercial like 100 times, and it was like the same one where they trained her how to do martial arts or something, but it wasn't like it didn't show me like the hype stuff, you know.
You know my solution to everything. I'm like, listen, all y'all had to do is call Gareth Evans, bro. Listen, and then he would have made you the most hype trailer of all time.
Yeah. Also, I think people are limited like by people choosing. They can't choose a martial artist to do the film.
Yeah.
Because you watching like even streaming movies, like you watch on Netflix, they had the Shadow Strays, where that I don't know where it is, Indonesia or Malaysia. I don't know where the movie was filmed or something, but like the woman's a martial artist. You know, I don't know her name. She's not a big star. She's a martial artist who's doing movies in Malaysia or something like that, or Indonesia,
right,
somewhere. But she's a real martial artist, and that in that they're doing so many moves and so much stuff and wild scenarios off the roof of cars, moving cars off the, you know, in the streets, like on a boat, wherever, like
right,
swinging off of stuff and karate kicking people in the head. Like you can make a trail, the craziest trailer, based off that movie, bro. There wasn't even a red band trailer for Ballerina to make you like, whoa, that's sick, bro. Like it's just kind of like, here, watch it. It's from the world of John Wick. Watch it.
I mean, I liked the trailers, but then like even I, which you know, was supposed to be appointment viewing for me, and I still haven't seen it myself. I mean, I will watch it. It's just,
I mean, I say it's bad. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. The competition's stiff nowadays for.
I don't know.
Alpha Proto says female-led action movie. Well, it was a female-led action movie, but it's funny though because it made like those movies made money before.
Yeah.
Like maybe the budget was too big, but I don't think the budget was that big for the movie. It was like 80 mil for a movie like that. Is that a lot? Maybe.
I mean, that's not compared to some movies now. That's not.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe I don't know. Something got lost in translation.
Who knows? You know what's interesting though? Like the movie was called Ballerina, and they didn't do a lot of ballerina stuff in the trailer. Not that I don't know. That's the big hook of the movie, but it's kind of the hook of the premise, right? So I thought like she would have used ballerina moves to kill people or something,
right?
Or get in a ballerina outfit and like pirouette and then pull out a gun or something. I thought like that would have been part of the hook of the film, and I thought she was part of the ballerina team. But she just seemed to be by herself doing stuff.
Right.
I thought it was going to be a team of ballerinas. Like one is the whatever, this person, the weapons expert, and one is the ninja.
Right.
And the other one is like the one that throws the ninja stars or something, and the other one is the one with the explosives or something. And I thought it was gonna be like that. And she, when I first heard the premise of the ballerina assassins, but then it just seemed to be about her, and
they went another direction.
They went another direction, man. So people think like, oh, it just has action, watch it. But John Wick actually had a hook when it first came out. It was about a guy avenging his dog that died.
Yes.
Because his wife gave him the dog. But the premise of him trying to fight because they killed his dog was kind of quirky and original. And the action was original, but also the premise was original.
Right. And
everybody likes dogs. Like America loves dogs. They love dogs more than people. They love dogs more than children. They love dogs more than children.
It's true.
So America was like numb to all these movies where like, you know, the bad guys, you know, they blew up the wife and all this and you know, they all this stuff because it's like, yeah, we've seen that. And then when they not a dog. a puppy, whatever that was. They would go crazy, bro.
I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll have to like see it for ourselves, and then like
Yeah, but I'm a judge because like I don't know, it had action, it had armors in it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's. I mean, hearing it's good. Like it's not bad, so it's like it should have made some bucks, but I don't know.
Hey,
People are just like thinking about like what it could have done better, what the marketing could have been. It's just
some stuff just doesn't hit. It's like when I did that video on like Doom: The Dark Ages. Like you thought it would all that promotion, and then it was just like nope, did not hit. I don't know, man.
Let's see. See what chat thinks.
Pay attention here.
Yeah, Brina says I didn't even watch John Wick movies. Not watching Ballerina anytime soon.
Well, if you didn't watch John Wick movies, then
It's true. Yeah, it's like homework at this point.
Right.
You gotta cram it all in before the movie comes out. El Monster says the Spoiler Kings, who I mod for, liked it. They rated it 2 nows and 1 later. The ratings are now, later, or never. Oh, that's Mama Bear said that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they think it's right. Power 1000 says Alpha Pro. Oh, talking about Alpha Proto. Talking about Static Shock. Vahid Farani says it's decent, but the budget was way too high for John Wick spinoff.
Yeah, I think Dan, you had said, which I agree with, that they should have released that movie like right after Part 3.
Yeah, I guess like the smart move, I guess, would be to release it after Part 3, and in Part 4, Ana de Armas is in that one too.
Right.
Maybe that would have helped things.
That would have made sense. But, I guess they didn't have it ready. So, that's not the way things worked out.
John Snowden says they should have put all kind of wild chick characters in Mackie Cat movie, Frenzy, Songbird, Diamondback, but they cut Rosa Salazar's Diamondback. Really? They cut her out of the movie? That's crazy. Are they going to do Battle or Alita Battle Angel 2?
Oh, yeah, they should get on that.
Is that like the best live action anime adaptation in America? Like,
I'd say so.
It's by default.
I to be honest, I'd say so.
I mean, it's between that and Dragon Ball Evolution, right, guys?
Oh yeah, the best. No, so have you ever watched it?
I've seen clips on TV, but like I've never watched the whole thing.
Yeah, I haven't either. I heard that it's not advised. You know what I mean? Like, to be doing such things.
John Snowden says Ballerina looks all right. I just have average expectations.
I don't know. What is the next big thing to look out for in movies? Fantastic Four.
Rena says ballerina moves. You mean ballet?
Yes, ballet. Ballet within the gunplay.
Yeah, or something. Or at least like have them in the trailer, like they're like dancing around, and then they're doing a ballet, and then they sneak off to do something else. Maybe that was in the movie. It has to be in the movie. It has to.
Guess I'll find out when I see it. So Monster said, "Why did you say that name?" Oh, Dragon Ball Evolution. Green said Dragon Ball Evolution was the worst birthday movie ever. That came out on your birthday. Oh,
damn,
man.
bro. Did they take that to you to see it for your birthday? Alpha Proto says, I don't like when people calling their pets their children fur babies. I miss when owners were called masters.
No, they're personalized now. You know what I
mean? Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
It's my son.
Yeah, my son. Like, that's a dog, bro. That dog don't know me, man.
I guess it does know you when you come in the door and runs up to you.
I guess so. Ballerina says Ana de Armas cat get kicked. I don't know about that. I don't know what that means. in the movie. Oh, we'll see. I don't know what's going on with that. Power 1000 says, "Well, it's cool to like pets more than kids now." Well, that's what the public. I guess that's where the public is at right now.
I mean, I don't know.
I
Because
guess
it's kind of true. I don't know. People don't give a damn about kids sometimes. You know what I mean? Like,
in a movie, they like if you try to like kick a dog, bro. Like I don't know. They don't even try it in a movie.
yeah, no. I think the only time you could like do something with the dog is like if it's like a zombified dog in Resident Evil or something. Remember, like Alice, like she like did a wall run and she like kicked the dog in Resident Evil 1, the first movie, like.
Right.
Like,
That's so dumb.
You know, somebody like when people like old tweets, and it was a tweet. It must have been from like last year or 2 years ago, and I forgot what the topic was, but somebody mentioned. Oh, it was like Celine versus Alice. Celine from Underworld.
Yeah.
Versus Alice, and I said, yo, number one, like at this point, like Celine is like overpowered. So like she's definitely taking Alice, and second of all, like I don't know, she was in an inferior franchise, and then somebody tried to debate me and said no, but Alice was dope though, and I'm like they like the movies, and I said something like I'll have to respectfully disagree, like I like yo, all the Resident movies was trash, they just kept getting worse. At a certain point, I stopped watching them. Like I don't even know if I saw past, and I just like started seeing clips, and I'm like yo, this joint's is bad.
It was
bro.
getting bad.
Like really bad.
Like, ugh. Underworld was getting kind of bad too.
No, I mean Underworld was getting bad. Don't get me wrong,
but not on the level of Resident Evil.
Yeah, they had a better job. The worst Underworld movie is better than the best Resident Evil movie. Like,
I remember I sat and watched all the Underworld movies, like one after the other. There's like 5 of them, I think.
Right.
5 of them? Yeah, I think 5 of them.
I feel like there are. Yes, there's about 5.
It's amazing how Kate Beckinsale still hood up. Like she still looked the same, like in all the movies.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
Which adds to the continuity of her vampirism.
Like I guess they were getting worse as they went on, or something. Like, but also whatever. I guess that was a level of how they could create. They weren't.
I didn't like how Michael just like got like written off the story.
Yeah, Scott Speedman had better things to do than be in Underworld 3. I mean, Underworld 4 and 5. 3 was a prequel, remember?
Yeah,
With
yes.
Demetrio.
I did not see that. I did not see 3, but I know it was a prequel. But yeah, I don't know why. Like, bro, just go back and play the part. Like, what are we doing? And then it just like defaulted to her daughter or something. What was Scott Speedman's character the father? I can't remember. All I know is by the end of it, like I don't know, Celine got another power boost, and then she was like teleporting and stuff.
Right. They tried to like have Michael come in and out, but like you barely see him, and he's like, they didn't want to recast him, so they had like he was already a werewolf or something. Like they tried to have it like he showed up, but in shadow or something. Like it's like they didn't want to deal with it. Then they tried to bring in new male characters, but I guess Michael was her true love.
I don't know. That was
It should have been like a really cool like franchise though, like
it
Underworld, because it had a cool premise.
It
was still cool. Like the first one was still good, and it made money, right? It's a successful franchise. Like they say, women can't have like successful franchises. Some no one wants to see them, but people showed up for those Resident Evil movies, no matter how bad they were. Or they,
funny.
People saw Underworld was successful.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider. Even La Femme Nikita, which is like the first movie with the French movie, Luc Besson made his career, right?
Yeah.
Boom. They had the remake, which I think made some money, theaters or home video. Then it had the show on the USA Network with Peter Wilson that lasted for like 5 years.
Right.
And then they had the CW show, which lasted for 5 years with Maggie Q. So there you go.
They were doing their thing, I guess.
Right.
You know, on that topic.
So maybe back then, it's all, I don't know. This is a random crapshoot, just like anything else.
On that topic, the internet is so weird because, like, the other day, and I'm saying this for any side of the aisle on this topic, like female leads.
Yeah.
They had a dude like he came out and say for some gaming Twitter site saying like, oh, now people are saying that the character for Resident Evil 9 is ugly, and but he reported it like as if like people were saying that like in mass, which I don't believe they were. However, there were some people said like I don't know if they were bots or not, or maybe they are just people with silly opinions that were like, you know, oh, Resident Evil, a female character in Resident Evil woke. I'm like, how bad has fatigue gotten that like we could actually say this? I'm like, yo, bro, do you even Resident Evil? Like, what are we talking about? Like Code Veronica didn't exist. Claire Redfield didn't exist. Jill Valentine never exists. Jill was playable in the first game. Like, what are we? Sheva Alomar never exists. Ada Wong never. I'm like, all right, bro. Like I just feel like people on like either side are just getting ridiculous. I'm like, all right, can we return to some kind of sense of normal? I don't know. People just weird. Let's say Code Veronica needs a remake treatment. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I played Code Veronica. I did not, however, play those Resident Evil Outbreak games, which is what Resident Evil 9 is playing off of, which I guess is interesting. Green says, I told you, bro, mother of us suffering from PTSD, progressive traumatic stress disorder. No, it's facts, because now it's like you just see like one thing and people are like, oh, it's gonna be woke. It's on one female character in Doom the Dark Ages, like, oh, it's gonna be woke. I'm like, all right, bro.
People lost trust, you know. They were built goodwill, and then people traumatized, maybe, you know. It's just, oh.
No.
Anything.
I'm just like, are we serious? No, it's gonna be girl bossing and then blah blah. Like, I base everything on the presentation of like the trailer. Like, if the trailer looks cringe, then I'll know like, okay, what I'm expecting. You know, like I know what to expect from oh my goodness, what's the game we just talked about? Relooted. Sorry, you were gonna say something?
I don't know. Now Hollywood and I don't know, video game people and comic people, maybe they're trying to like have a checklist for when they have a female character, like how to beat the girl boss allegations, you know, like how do I beat that for my creation?
Right.
They're like, one, must be hot or something. Right. Two, must be cool, must not have the political messaging, the overt one, must put entertainment first, must exude sex appeal or something like that. Or something. So I'm not like, you know, trying to avoid the male gaze or whatever they talk about.
Right.
And then I don't know. Some people were saying ballerina, like they didn't embrace, like, I don't know, Anna de Armas sultriness or whatever. I didn't see the movie, but you know, that's some people saying that. So is that one of the ingredients that's missing from the list? Like, oh my god, I forgot to put the sultriness in. Oh no. No.
No. And to be honest, like I guess we as creators, we might
critical drinker video incoming. Like, no, I didn't put the sultriness in it. No, box office poison. No,
destroying the trash. Like,
gotta put the sultriness in it. I'm sorry, there's a recipe. You gotta put it in, bro. You left the sugar. You left. I don't know the vanilla extract out of the out of the cupcake formula, and now I don't know. You're in trouble, bro.
Feminist propaganda.
Just the way it is, bro. Do it right. Do it right. Hey, tough game out there, man. Right, Sean? You can whine and complain, but you know, it's a big boy world out there. Life's tough. Put on the helmet.
It's, I don't know. It's crazy. But
Don't
it's
need
funny.
work.
It's like they were saying, like to whoever was saying that. I'm like, yo, it's Capcom, bro. It's gonna be okay. It's Capcom. It's going to be okay. Like it's going to be okay.
It's nervous.
Like we're not even trusting Japan no more. Like, yo, relax.
You know, Critical Drink is like, I'm not gonna beat you. I like the movie. Like, you know, here it's just like I'm scared.
On the tip of Ballerina.
I think he liked it. I don't know. I didn't watch it. I think he liked it from the title or something. He just said, I don't know. I think he's saying like maybe people got fatigue or something like that from the other bad movies that they made for women.
I guess, but then there was bad movies for men too, like with male leads.
Yeah, Jason Statham didn't do all bangers.
Yeah, like what are we talking about here? Like
he's a hit or miss kind of dude, but I guess when he made his bad movies, he wasn't saying like this is a movie that men got to see. If you don't watch this movie, then you're not empowered as a man or something. If you want to be a real man, watch this.
Right.
He didn't try to identity politic me to the theater or something, but I guess like even the good movies will pay for the sins of the bad ones when it comes to female lead. I don't know if that's true, but like maybe I don't care because it'll have to be what it is. But I don't know. Just take it as if that's true, and I don't know if that's true, but if that's true, then I guess we'll just have to be cooler than before, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm simple. You know what I'm saying? Like you have. I don't care who's the lead. If you draw me in with like, like at least like a semi interesting premise and like some dope action, I'm like I'm there. I'll be there. Oh no! What the hell did I do? I turned into an avatar. I don't know what just happened. Just trying to shove her eye down. She look. What the heck's going on? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, so people got like they're scared, bro. They're like scared of like
no. People.
That's where they should be. That's where they should be.
People out here shook.
Yeah, shook right now. I don't know. It's like why did? But they just gotta look at the ones that worked and the ones that didn't work for some reason, and just compare and contrast.
Yeah. Amen. I don't know. It's the world we live in, but hey, whatever it is, what it is.
All right, let me wrap up. Let me see the chat. It says Power does a react. Sean, you fool! You must bow down to your empress, Jennifer Lawrence, the first female character.
Oh, I forgot. I forgot that she was
female action star, the first female action
star that ever created. Before we get out of here, I guess let's do the showcase.
Yes. Vahid Farani says there was more than one Underworld movie. Yes, there was. There's a lot.
They were underworlding it up. I assure you.
Mama Bear says it's more than you have a lot of bigger YouTubers who act like a movie has a female lead. The manhood will fall off. I think they're just traumatized, from the bad ones.
Yeah.
And they forgot about the good ones, but it's been so long since maybe there was good ones, but there's good ones all the time. But the good ones are made. A lot of good ones came from overseas. Like The Villainous was good. There's a one called. There's a movie called The Witch Subversion.
Right. Which I still have to watch, by the way. But the trailer's insane.
Which was pretty good. There was The Shadow Strays by the guy who directed a lot of those movies by the guy who was in The Raid.
Right.
That was pretty good. I think you just have to get to martial artists, and they have to have unique premises. Like Underworld was a unique premise.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider was a movie built from a successful video game franchise.
Right.
With a woman who could, do it all. And was Angelina Jolie, which was like, I don't know, at the time was the most popular woman in the world.
When we go have the Relooted movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, Relooted. Yeah,
Relooted cinematic universe. Who gonna star as the main character?
Who knows, bro?
All right. So Viola Davis. No, let me stop.
Yeah, Viola Davis. Right. Kate Blanchett is in the Borderlands movie. That one.
Why was that a thing? Why did that happen?
Mistakes were made.
So weird. No disrespect to Kate Blanchett. I'm just like, bro, why? Like,
it's that people thought zombie movies were done, and then they just started to make. Now they're making 20, weeks later, and it's still going. Like,
yeah, or 28 years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever over. It just has to be done better, I guess. But I can understand why people are traumatized because there's been a lot of bad ones, and it seems like all they could do it is in the bad way. So we shall remind them.
There's a good comment here at the bottom.
It says, read it.
Hold on. Vahid, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Says, bad movies with male leads are not attached to a message. I think, if I'm being educated, at least make it good. Yeah, for the most part, yes, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah. So it's like
It's-
if you go see like a male action led movie or something like that. Like if the movie sucks, it just like sucks. But then like if your movie sucks with a message, it makes it even worse.
a lot of the messaging comes from like the marketing, like whenever they on the red carpet or they're like doing those interviews on YouTube with these YouTube channel people, like press junket.
Yes.
Then they'll like say, "Oh yeah, there's no movies with female action leads except for me," or something. They make it all seem like they're not making them, and they're making them every week, like
Right.
on Netflix and everywhere. So.
I don't know, man.
Alpha Proto says, "Gotta ask your neighbor if you could borrow a couple sultry." Yeah. Thing is, you can have some messages in your entertainment, but leave it in the background and focus on the fun and vision of your work. This is true. And if people want to see how it's done, I'm saying, you got to buy yourself a copy of Red, a Cyberpunk Fairy Tale.
Oh, that's right.
Check the link in the description. It's our comic book. She's featured on the lower left avatar right there, holding that sword.
Oh,
Booyah! It's Little Red Riding Hood in a cyberpunk future. Check it out. Anyway, it's just showcase.
Alrighty then. Hold on. I just realized something. No, it's okay.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
No, don't
Something
worry.
not right. What happened?
No. I just realized that this my art style has changed as of late. I think that's
Ooh.
that's the old version. Do I have the new version in here? Why did it revert?
Uh-oh.
It's fine.
Oh.
If you look at some of the videos that I have, you'll see the new version.
You mean you had that avatar, that little icon down there as
with them, with the three of them. There's two other characters from another comic.
But different.
Yeah, it was like I had the update.
the OBS update with tagged to your old style.
What the heck? OBS
rebooted Shantar's style.
So I got rebooted? It's insane. Where's my cast?
That's weird, bro.
Hold on. The cat. What?
Rebooted Shantar style.
Nah, that's insane.
That's crazy.
It's all good. I'll show what the update version looks like at the end of the stream. Even though y'all probably already saw it. Okay. Yeah. So, I'm trying to remember. No, we saw that. Did we see this? If didn't, we'll start here. This is Brina. Brina has been doing a lot of digital painting. Which, by the way, I tried to do a digital painting again the other day. I hate it, but it's all good. We're not talking about that. We're talking about Brina right now. So look at this. Check this out. It's pretty cool.
Nice. Yes,
we did see this, but it's okay. We'll see it again.
Right.
I like how she made the eyes as green as the rest of the outfit. And gave some unity to the entire piece there. Here's Brina again. Brina is doing food right now, who's making me hungry, but I can't eat this kind of food right now this hour because now I'll be fatter than I am. But here you go, pizza. Zoom into that pizza. She got the spices on there. Look, she got it labeled Parmesan cheese, dried oregano, tomato sauce, pepperoni, mozzarella cheese, lean dough. She got it labeled.
Very nice.
Brina needs to start doing some more tutorials. By the way, check out Brina's page if you must. Brina can leave a link right there. Still gotta get her a prompt link. I drew pizza. I guess this is the I would play this from here, but it's like the audio is gonna like deafen y'all ears because it's off my iPad. Don't ask. It's just the way it's set up. So sorry.
But hey, if you guys want to check out the video, join the Discord. It's in the description. Just click in, join, check your post your art section, check out the art, post your own art.
Yep. Oh,
all right.
Brina came back. What? Oh no, she's doing too much now. Hold on. she got a little. Is that a croc or a gator? I don't know why I'm bad at recognizing the difference.
It's an albino alligator.
Ah, there you go. Oh, it says gator right there. I'm so silly. I think crocs have have a leaner snout. Let's zoom instead. That's dope. She mashed it up together well. This is good composing and composition. Is it an otter? Oh, a ferret. Look, he's a captain.
Oh, beat that. Very cool.
In the Navy cap. He's saluting. Brina, this is too patriotic, you know what I'm saying? For these times, we gotta fight against, I don't know, fascism or something, according to LA. Or something. This is Makani with his family friendly. No, let me stop. He's got. I'm not sure who these girls are, but he is rendering like heck as per usual.
Yeah, it's a lot of
And it slides right over. Oh snap!
very cool, man. That's
This one over here is trying to win
painting.
the wet T-shirt contest. She's got the leopard bra coming through.
Maybe that would be his specialty,
What?
being a judge or something at the contest. Okay.
Yeah, right. Here's another with the sheer wrap around her. This is a work in progress. Yeah, I saw when he was working on this.
That's cool, man.
Oh man, hold on. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving the love. Hold on. Why is this thing messing with me? Don't. Why did it freeze? What do we? Give me a second here. iPad want to be funny. Why did you freeze? Why? Let me just.
I never freeze.
Throwback. Black Panther throwback. Maybe they should have not canceled that. No, actually, no. Never mind. A Black Panther game would be fire. I don't know if I want to see Black Panther being created by EA.
Yeah, maybe you don't.
Yeah. I'd rather not. They had that woman working on that game too. What was it that black woman who said that she'd rather not work with white people or something?
Man,
I'm like,
that's
what
wild.
What are we doing?
They're working together to make that game Relooted.
Well, I mean,
She couldn't do that.
Well, that's South Africa. You know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This girl was this woman. I think she's for the U.S.
Damn.
Yeah, but she said I forgot what her name was. But she made some. I think she produced some game called Validate.
What's that?
It's like a black dating game sim.
Validate, like that'd be validated, like validate me.
Yeah. Of people
man, never stops.
various orientations.
Bruh.
Yeah.
No,
I can check the Steam numbers after this.
No, it's okay. I can only imagine.
No, I'm not putting it on screen. No, I don't think anybody wants to.
Cookies.
Yeah. Brina, are you doing Vector? Is this Vector?
Doing some emojis or some
These are
labels.
Cool. These look like Vector. I can't tell though.
Nice.
I'm just Maki's pictures are too spicy for Sean's computer. Clearly. Or for my iPad rather.
Yeah.
And here's some alternate versions. I like these. These are cute. Yeah, actually, I don't know. It froze. All I was trying to do was leave a. I can't leave an emoji. Like, all right, sorry. I like all you guys stuff, but apparently this thing won't let me like. It won't let me like anything. Oh, this was the digital painting I tried. I just tried one day. It was slow at work for a second, so I tried. This is a character from Zenless Zone Zero. This started as a joke. Because I used to get on Maki's case because he would have those super chats which are dope, but I know he used to have super long ones. He does have shorter ones, but I like while one was playing, I tried to sketch a face mad fast to see like if I could do it, and where is hold on, let's get this off the screen. Boom, 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 boom. That was it. That was what I came up with in about the time that his super chat played. I forgot how long it was. It wasn't super long. And then I was like, oh, let me try to like finish it and like, digitally paint it. And then I came up with, what is that? That's too much stuff going on. And I came up with this. And then I realized like, yo, man, I don't know. I'm just not into digital painting anymore, man. I need to be retrained. or something.
That was good at least. That was cool.
It's all right. I don't know. Maki was saying I should finish it. I was just like, so I was so over it. Like, I was because it like comes to a
Pain.
point where I'm like painting. I'm like, it's not bad, and then like the more I do it, I'm like, I hate this. But I don't know if it's like I hate it because I don't like it, or I hate it because I hate doing it.
Right. That makes sense.
So Mama Bear says, I love Maki, but his clips are epic sagas. Yeah, I'm not bugging, right? Like his clips used to be like 3 minutes. Like legit 3 minutes. And I'm like, I feel like I could like render a face in 3 minutes, maybe. Halfway. What did Bree say here? I'm warm my way up to doing background. So you bold. You bold.
Warm your way to doing backgrounds. That's good. Backgrounds, yeah, they're annoying. I tell you.
Oh my gosh. Watch when I start doing my next project, which I'm saying is gonna be like black and white manga. I'm gonna be. I don't care. I'm gonna say right here on stream. I'm gonna look into the manga way of doing backgrounds. They doing it. This is what the joint in the corner is supposed to look like, y'all. That's
Okay.
yes. And I
Right,
could
I
have
think I do
sworn
remember
I
that.
had a compilation with my newer style. I don't know what happened, and I'm gonna have to speak to my OBS personally to figure out why my joint was reverted. I'm disturbed.
It's very disturbing. Like, bro, like what the dealio?
So if I make a video out of this talking about Relooted, it's just gonna have the old version. Whatever. I don't care.
What I should have this time lapse. I'm gonna make a time lapse.
Okie doke.
Export. 30
Alpha Proto
seconds.
said, "Nice painting, but you have to take away the lines." Yeah, I was thinking about that. Like, just pure like everything is defined by shadow, but I just don't have the. And it doesn't help. I don't have the heart to like finish it, and it also doesn't help that I'm still going through art block. Like I was on my way to try to figure out how to get into black and white manga style art while also trying to figure out how to make my style a little more expressive, and be somewhere in there my brain shut off. Like this like this storm piece is the most that I've drawn in a minute. Like my brain just like I don't know. And what I think I'm gonna do, you guys can let me know. By the way, if you could follow the art, I'll put the link here. The my pure art channel, digital art riot. Let's see. Am I meta tagged? Do I come up? I do not come up because the channel is super new. What did I draw on there? I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Jean Grey. There we go. There I am. All right. Let's get the share.
I sent a time lapse of an old piece. It's like
Okay, I'll check it out.
Maybe Maki would like it. Seems like we'll be up his alley.
You send it in a message or you put it in the
I put it in the
Discord.
I could put it in Discord actually. Yes.
There you go. Yeah, yo. So that link right there is my art only channel, and I'm not entirely sure, but subscribe to it if you can. I think.
Well, you can't play it on the Discord anyway, so not you right now on stream. If you want to.
Oh right. All right. So
I sent it to you in messages.
All
I'll
right.
put it on the Discord anyway after the show.
Okay, cool. What was I gonna say? Yeah, what I think I'm gonna do. I'll just have to manage my time better with work and everything. But what I think I'm gonna do is at least like once, maybe every 2 weeks, I'm gonna go onto Digital Art Right, and I'm gonna do a pure art stream, and I'm gonna put myself through art style school, and I'll have everything displayed, and y'all can like just watch me try, just to force myself to freaking like back into the swing of things. Hold on, let me go get let's see, dance time lapse. Hold on.
It's of our character, Red from Red Aside Punk Fairy Tale.
Right.
The Red Riding Hood. You check if it plays on your thing first.
Yeah, it does. It does. Hold on. Here she is. Here she is. Aubrey says maybe consider shorts. For what? This channel or that channel or both? I guess. Yeah, I do need to do shorts.
Sure. Yeah, you just clip the live stream.
Yeah. Man, there's so much. Man, there's so much good stuff that we miss even from Purple Site days. Maybe I can still go back and get some of them because I do have some of them saved.
Whatever, man. It's content. It's content.
We
good
had some
content.
funny stuff. I ain't gonna lie. We had some funny stuff.
I'm trying to figure this out.
It's dang going. Up and at them. All the backgrounds. Backgrounds, man. Backgrounds be a pain. Oh, look at them go. Man's doing window fuzz and I'm not even drawing and it's like killing me to look at this. Like I'm like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like
that was it.
Architecture. Oh. Like I was supposed to say, wow, red is stacked. She's out here, you know what I'm saying?
It's got the action. She's got the look. Okay, ain't gonna catch us lacking on the on the female action star backlash.
Now we gotta call Anna de Armas and say, listen, you gonna wear this. You know what I mean?
Let Sean direct you.
And then I'm call no disrespect to Len. I ain't calling Len. We going
Len Wiseman.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. The guy who directed Ballerina directed Underworld.
Yes.
And Underworld Evolution.
Yes.
Was that the last movie he made? No, he made that Total Recall reboot.
He is a Total Recall reboot?
Oh yeah. That was bad.
Okay.
But hey, you know,
I do not dislike Len Wiseman. Like I like Underworld, you know what I'm saying? And the Ballerina trailers did look cool. It's just if I was gonna call a dude to do some action.
Brita said Dan borrowed a cup of sultry from his neighbor.
Actually, I was about to say something crazy, but I don't even know if that's.
What's up, G?
I was about to say I might call the Russo brothers before I call them my husbands.
We'll see. You know, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
The Gray Man.
Oh
Gray
yeah. I forgot.
Citadel. You know, like
I did not see
that movie with Tom Holland when he was a crackhead or something. Like
they did that.
Yeah, and Robin Banks. I was like, they're supposed to be their foray into like drama.
Okay, so
serious films, and they got bad reviews.
Oh,
it's bad when you get a bad review for a serious film. But anyway,
I might have to reverse that.
This is Red Riding Hood. This is my drawing, right? This is pretty cool, right? I mean, this is clean. I wanted to do something that was like very clean, very simple,
right?
Nothing too crazy, but
by the way, sorry, go ahead.
No, that was it. Just carrying the gun. I mean,
I just wanted to say shout out for being with Dan and I because I didn't even realize the time, and the only reason I keep going now because I don't have to get up early.
Yeah, thanks, guys, and it's been sustained chat. People stayed with the whole stream, man. Glad we've been entertaining for y'all. We're trying to make the artworks.
Yep.
Red Volume 2 is coming.
Okay? Oh yeah.
It is long. It has action.
Right.
It's very violent. Okay. It's just and I did borrow a cup of sultry from the neighbor. Right? Ain't gonna catch us on the girl boss curse.
No.
We're defying all those expectations, okay? To make a success. A franchise success, okay? Ain't that right, G?
She gonna hunt down African artifacts. No, it's not.
We got she's gonna hunt down African artifacts. from the Nimacomp
Right.
company.
Now y'all
That's
know what.
yeah, we gotta call them to make the game, bro. Like
Oh yeah, that's what we call. You know what I'm saying?
you gotta call the prototype people to make the game. Where they at?
Facts. I don't.
That dude fell down from a. That guy from Prototype 2 fell down from he fell down a skyscraper, gripped the skyscraper with his hand to slow himself down, and then when he landed, he caused an explosion that made tanks and people fly up into the air, bro. He didn't even do any action yet, bro. He didn't hit nobody yet. He got the beginning.
That's how you make a trailer.
Nowadays, black representation. I don't know. Some buff gets like I don't know side scroller of you. I don't know stealing artifacts.
I saw an interesting comment.
Elmas is red out here relooting. It's hilarious. Will Red 2 have teachable moments and life lessons?
I mean, there's all life lessons, everything. I don't know about teachable moments. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Well, you will learn many a thing about how if you bad in it, you're gonna be hurt very badly.
Yeah, word. You be bad, there's fruit juice coming out of you.
A lot of bad things happen to you. Get in their way, I guess.
Yeah, I saw a comment on Twitter, and I'm pretty sure it was a racist comment or something, but like it was funny. And it was somebody I follow made a comment about what's her name? Ironheart.
Oh man, right? Life lessons and teachable moments.
Yeah. So Ironheart, and he was basically saying like, "Yo, Ironheart's trash character. They're just gonna pile her on with a bunch of newer tech and powers or something, and think we want it." Kind of like they're doing with Miles Morales, you know, because Miles got like a electricity sword now or something, right? Which don't really fit with the Spider-Man mythos, but okay. And then somebody I don't follow quote tweeted that dude and said like, "Oh, Ironheart being stacked out with powers, like this was marketed to blacks. That's all you like, you know, like people getting like overpowered or something." And I'm looking at the comment, I'm like, "But bro, this Ironheart is not dope."
Yeah, her outfit is not dope. Like,
I'm like, first of all, everybody likes like stuff like the, you know. I don't think like characters with stacked on powers is relegated to like one race or something. Like that's number one. But number two, like if Ironheart was supposed to be relegated toward blacks, like she did not take off. Nobody cares. We don't care about her. Nobody cares. Nobody of any other race cares about her. We still waiting for the Blade movie that's never coming out. So
nothing's stopping people making a vampire superhero of their own too. You know, that's black. No one's stopping them from doing that too. Like, you know, like maybe they need to get Wesley Snipes back to like at least direct the film or something, or consult to produce or something, because people forgot how to make movies about cool vampires fighting other vampires. Like, I don't know why that's so hard, but apparently it is.
I don't know.
Power 1000 says, "Don't worry, Sean will make a reverse Red Riding Hood with Rachel's like look like this from Evil Parallel Dimension, where she dictates the world and all the soldiers look like Concord." Yeah, he would do that. If be the developer of Concord himself,
former Firewalk employee.
Yeah, right. Tried to have what's the name, Imari looking hot, and couldn't happen. It's all true story. No, it's not. Now he's doing live stream at 1:30.
All I'm doing is live streaming. Like that's what I've become after like they disbanded Firewalk, you know.
Clarence Price says Ironheart did not sell less units than the Japanese counterpart, or Disney will never hear the end of it.
Oh man, the infamous Ironheart from Japan that we cannot talk about in detail because it is not family friendly.
Mama Bear says girl boss riding hood power.
No, never. The Red 2 plus Revy from Black Lagoon will be fine. I like Black Lagoon. Black Lagoon is dope.
Black Lagoon was a jet, bro. Black Lagoon was
fire,
shit.
bro.
Anime is fire. The manga is fire.
Yup, completely.
You know, it's anime got no problem with women being action stars. You know, somehow in America they can't get it together. You know, like
Because America, you gotta adhere to the
the
politics of what is
rules.
going on, and
Yeah, well, people are gonna see soon what a combo looks like when you don't follow the rules.
yeah, cuz get out of here.
What are the rules of hype?
I don't know. I don't know.
Trying to get, bro. I don't know. They just cancel their Netflix subscription, get yourself the Tubi subscription where you just watch martial arts movies every day, bro.
Facts.
Clarence Price says the Blade movie better stay in limbo on the cutting room floor where it begins, where it belongs.
I wholeheartedly agree. I do not want to see Blade ruined. I know they had the Wesley cameo. Leave it there. I don't want to. First of all, I didn't understand why they picked Mahershala Ali in the first place when he already played a part in Luke Cage, which is supposed to be canon to the MCU,
So true.
Which is ridiculous. But I'm like, okay, so even if I ignore that, I mean, no disrespect to Mahershala, I wouldn't have got him to play the new Blade. And then they disrespected my man for years while they went through scripts that made no sense with Blade's daughter and stuff. Yeah, leave it on the cutting room floor.
Clarence Price says RDC World already did the Blade. That's all I need.
Right.
But he says maybe first a new Spawn movie. Yeah, Spawn should be easy to do too. Well, they're afraid. I don't know. It's so weird with Tom McFarlane. Like he don't want to make like the comic book. He can make the comic book version of Spawn. Instead, he's talking about he wants Spawn to be like in the shadows. You know, super low budget with Blumhouse, so they don't have to. So they can get a good box office opening weekend or something. Like I think he's trying to outthink Hollywood, out Hollywood. Right. But in reality, he just needs to have all the cool stuff that was in the comic book, like represented in the movie, but just have a script that's not from like, you know, and like weird acting, like campy, like have it too campy, like the first one.
I love how he's worried about budget in a time where we have more special effects than ever before.
Yeah.
Since the Spawn
movie. There's so much special effects. They had to create like AI to have more special effects for more movies that we don't want to see, but they can actually make Spawn the way they want to, and now he doesn't. He made the Spawn movie from the comics when the technology couldn't do it. Now he doesn't want to make the Spawn movie from the comics now that the technology can do it.
Right.
I don't understand. I think what they should do is they should redo the CGI from the original Spawn movie, and then when he goes to hell, they should animate him fighting with demons like a first person like Doom Dark Ages kind of thing. Like he just goes up to demons and like crushes them and stuff and throws them against the rocks and punch. Like at the end of Spawn when like he gets sucked into the fireplace to go to hell. It's stupid. Like I don't know why he gets sucked to a fireplace and whatever. Anyway, he goes to the fireplace and goes to hell. And then he lands there and it's like the worst, like, I don't know, PS1 graphics.
Multiple spawns, and they were just like,
where the devil, Malboja, talking like Dr. Claw with the real Dr. Claw voice.
Talking about you will never escape.
And then he just like opens his arms like this and puts his chains, and then like, I don't know, like sort of links into the other spawns, like Dig Dug, and then they explode. Like it's like it's even worse than how I described it.
Oh man.
But you know, if somebody did their own fan edit and had like a bunch of time and like CGI and all this, they could instead cut that part out and then just animate like a badass like Doom-esque with just graphics. You don't have to see his face or anything.
Right.
Of him just like
decimating
demons till he gets to hell, and then he decimates the devil, you know. And it could be like really cool, you know. Then we could just
some hardcore Henry joint.
Yeah. We can make the first Spawn better,
right?
Instead of trying to make the teachable moment Spawn movie that you know Hollywood wants to make, you know. Where
ain't nobody wants to see a teachable moment Spawn.
Al Simmons is a victim of police brutality, and
no.
He needs to call an activist woman played by Viola Davis to help him out, you know, Queen Latifah.
Viola Davis and Deborah Wilson.
It says here, I thought every generation would have a rebellious phase. I guess this generation has one yet. Yeah.
Their rebellious phase is, I don't know, throwing stones in LA.
I guess so. I guess they didn't have a rebellion against the rebellion. They need a rebellion against the rebellion.
Yeah.
Iron 1000 says Sean's gonna make the evil general character look like Odin from that Miles What If.
Oh, by Odin's Fade. Still the best comic book of whatever year that came out.
Alpha Porter says Todd wants to direct the movie. Might as well let him. No.
I mean, can he? I don't want to see. I don't want to see horror movie Spawn, bro.
No, I don't want to see that movie he's trying to make. Like they should get him in a room and says, "Look, dude, just make the first 4 issues of your comic book or something." I don't know. Like you can make the real Spawn movie. I don't want to make that Shadow movie. You just make the real movie. We'll give you actually the $100 million budget. Like let's try. You know. Clarence Price says Spawn needs to stay his ass on the cutting room floor too.
Like no more ruination. If you can't do it, don't do it.
Facts. John Snowden says if they do Blade, they should do Cloak and Dagger with Blade being the action and play up Dagger being a baddie. That's true. Didn't they have a Cloak and Dagger show? Am I losing? They did.
They definitely did.
It was like on one of those. It was like a freeform TV,
right?
One of those kid channels.
Ironically, that's what I play the most in Marvel Rivals now. First it was Invisible Woman, now it's Cloak and Dagger. Yeah.
Clarence Price says, "You want to watch Spawn, then watch the HBO animated series." It's true.
I forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah. Alpha Porter said the first Spawn movie is very bad. Yeah, but we still watched it though for some reason, like 100 times.
The mask was cool.
Yeah.
The mask, and like the way the eyes animated, fire.
Right. Like his outfit, like whatever.
That cape.
Yeah, just a lot of missed opportunities, you know.
Yeah.
Like Michael J. White could do martial arts, but he didn't do martial arts in the movie.
Yeah, which I didn't understand.
And it was a scene where like Michael J. White's infiltrating some kind of chemical base or some weapons thing.
Mm-hmm.
He could have like did some moves on whatever, like the guards and stuff, like. But the movie was PG-13, so it's like, what the heck are you doing? Making a PG-13 Spawn movie? It's so stupid. Yes, Power Afro Latino Loki with locks and horns on his baseball cap. That was actual comic book, bro.
I don't understand.
Was it? He had that?
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, Loki was
in
it. Yeah, he was definitely in it. I remember when we reacted to that comic book.
On Twitch. It was pretty bad.
I bought it. I bought bought the issue.
He did buy it. That's for sure.
Gave Marvel money to read.
Yikes.
Miles Morales' Thor.
Spawn's on hiatus, permanent hiatus. Possibly. Good. Salmon live action is worse than the cartoon. True. But he says, I wonder why they keep characters I don't like instead of Spawn or Ghost Rider. True. Yeah, I don't know. Spawn and Ghost Rider are the coolest characters.
Yeah.
But they tried with Ghost Rider and they kept messing it up. Like, I don't know. I didn't see the last one, actually. The one, Spirit of Vengeance. I didn't see that.
I didn't see any of them. I'm going to go back and retroactively watch them for no reason.
Yeah. Maybe it's better than what we get now. It's got to be better than Marvel's, right? John Snowden says, make the villain Spawn Bonnie Blue.
By the way, there is a Bonnie Blue and Sophie Rain beef. I just found this out today.
They probably like called each other up to have the beef so they both make money.
Yeah, I don't know. Sophie Rain is saying like, "Oh, Bonnie Blue is messing up the game," or was it the other way around? It's saying she's messing up the game and it's not making an OF about women empowerment anymore. I didn't know it was about women empowerment, but okay.
I think it's there to trigger people to be sharing their content. Like, can you believe what they said?
Yeah. I was just like, I'm not interacting with this. It's ridiculous. Okay.
Alpha Proto says Al Simmons dies during the protest and is resurrected as Spawn.
No. Oh, you give me a heart attack.
He died of a heart attack when he denied his bank loan from the racist bank officer.
What, like Falcon Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Hate that joint, bro. That show was so wasted.
Finally, he says, was the Spawn movie made after the first Blade movie? Yes, it was.
Yeah.
They learned nothing.
yes. The Blade was cool.
But Well, they didn't have a real director. Like they had some guy who was a special effects guy do the movie, something like that. Maybe he was good at doing like some of the special effects, but and for the time, but he wasn't good at like the Michael J. White said on Vlad TV that there was actually a better version of the movie, a more complete cut of the movie, and they didn't use it. So they added more special effects shots and like chopped off some of the drama scenes and stuff. That's what he claimed. I don't know. So I would like to see the director's cut of or the real cut. The cut the director didn't like. I'd like to see that.
Right.
Brina says Spirit of Vengeance was Ghost Rider playing Nicolas Cage. True. It's funny.
1,000 individuals.
Yikes.
In a night.
Oh.
Yeah, that's I think that's the most PG-13 way to say that. Wait, was she the one with 100 or 1,000? I think she's the one with 1,000.
1,000?
I don't know how she's still alive after that, but okay.
Ain't no way, bro.
Give me 1,000. Like 100 is crazy, but 1,000. The other girl had 1,000. I forgot what that woman's name was.
Didn't it just fall off after that?
I don't know. I don't even know who's worse, her or the dudes that lined up. Yeah, okay, yeah, it was 1,000. Yeah, I don't know where society's going with that.
She win a prize?
No. And apparently, she was some guy tried to propose to her too.
Oh,
that's adorable.
Well, that's the phase of like phase.
Sounds like a battle royale kill streak.
So true. Oh man. Well, guys, it's been real.
Yep.
Thank you for stopping by. Hit a like if you haven't already. Hit that like. Get the chat. Thank you, chat. Hit
Thank
that
you for
like.
being here at this very late hour.
I know. We had a lot of fun. This is going to look ridiculous. Once the stream ends, you're going to see it's going on for mad long, but it has been too much fun.
Yes.
We couldn't leave. We're talking about Relooted.
Relooted.
A game that's going to save the black community. Teach them how to loot. Apparently.
Made by your man, well, I guess instructed by CEO Ben Myers and his talented team.
That's right. It's Crackerjack South African team to teach international gamers how to loot.
We actually didn't watch the interview. There's not an interview about Relooted, but there was an interview about like their first game and
looting for justice.
He was talking and all that. Yeah.
We looked at that. We talked about movies. We talked about art. We showed art.
Right.
Showed you my time lapse of Red Aside Punk Fairy Tale.
Stacked on the bed. Usually we try to.
It's classy.
At least
strong.
do
it's classy.
1 to 2 streams a week. That's what we're aiming for. Tomorrow I will not be around, so there will be no stream tomorrow. I can't promise Friday, but we will let you know. If not, we'll definitely see you next week. What was I gonna say? Yeah. So yeah. Thanks for sticking around. Check out web. I can't even talk. Red Cyberpunk Fairy Tale. It's redcomic.com. Why do I have that link at the ready? Give me a second.
Alpha Proto says will Goldilocks be introduced in Red? Many characters from the Fairy Tale universe will be introduced in the Red franchise.
Right.
Going forward. I cannot say which ones right now, but you will see your favorites introduced in a very specific order.
Right.
So stay tuned.
Mom Bear says she wants to draw her. Go ahead. And like I said, I might start doing some live streams here and there of pure art on Digital Art Riot, so you guys can follow that and check. It's in the bio of this page too.
For sure.
Try to get my art life together. But yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here, and we will see you next time. Peace out.